bird up.
I saw that, you asshole.
I don't even understand the joke. I just had to unmute Mike because Emmy fucking lost her shit over Ozzy's comment.
Must be one intense round of golf.
Oh, motherfucking golf. God damn it. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I correlated it with today's segment of Animal Crossing because we were going to be playing a little bit of golf today.
What?
Yeah. No, that's why I
thought this was the fishing tourney.
This is the fishing tourney, but there will also be golf involved. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. We're on the original GameCube here. Also, hi Ozzy, hi Razor. I am a little overwhelmed.
Funny as shit, my dude.
What? Alright, so today is day 133 of Animal Crossing with Emmy. Is there going to be a red snapper in this fishing tourney?
They're not in season, are they?
I think they're year-round in this game.
Oh, shit.
But I actually looked up a little bit, and we've only got about an hour and a half left of the fishing tourney, so let me actually jump into this while I
Howdy,
talk.
Ozzy. Hi, Razor.
I looked into a little bit of how this fishing tourney is going to work, and I'm a little stressed because it sounds like it's going to be a little hard. It's not your typical fishing tourney.
Well, clearly, if there's fucking golf involved.
Well, that doesn't have anything to do with the fishing tourney.
You said there's golf involved.
In this stream.
Oh. Okay. I was thinking you were telling me there was golf involved in the fishing tourney, and I was just real fucking confused.
We're gonna fish up those fish, and while they're still airborne, we're gonna. Oh, it's snowing!
Yay!
Sorry, I love snow. We're gonna pull up those fish, and while they're still airborne, we're gonna pull out a golf club and whack the shit out of them.
No.
That's how golf is involved. How can fish play golf if they don't have hands?
They nudge the little golf ball with their heads.
Have there ever been a SpongeBob episode where they,
I don't know. There's a lot of episodes of SpongeBob, my dude.
I'm sorry. I'm just like, wow, this is actually really nice playing this on a CRT again. My entire existence is being questioned right now. Alright, we're gonna hold off on, like, all of the daily routine-y stuff. Oh, hey, I have more points now. Like another 1,000 points. Oh, I think it's because I put a pineapple bed in my room.
I know you didn't see it. I know no one else saw it. But when I just took a drink from my Monster can, the tab on the top of the can got caught on my septum piercing.
Ooh.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And that has never happened before. And that was weird.
Oh my god, is it actually playing?
Winter music. Yes, I heard
yeah,
bells.
So when it's raining, it plays its own theme. The hourly music doesn't get.
They're jingle bells.
Wait, no, this is the 4 o'clock music, I think.
But there's jingle bells.
Yeah, no, I think they actually did winterized hourly music. Whereas when it's raining, if it's raining all day, it's the same song that'll play all day. There's a rain theme. But here, I think it's actually turned the hourly music into a Christmassy theme.
Whoa, a hippo villager. Yes.
Yeah, she's new. Lulu is her name. Lulu is her game. But we gotta get to this fishing tourney. We've pushed this off so much. All 5 weeks. We put off the first 4 weeks. Oh god, are they gonna be on by a random signpost? I assumed they were gonna be at the town square. Today is Sunday, right? Sunday.
Yes. And as soon as you logged in, it said, "Hurry, the fishing tourney is about to begin."
Oh, it did?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm so overwhelmed. We did a lot of stuff before stream. That sounds sexual, but it's actually has to do with drums and guitar.
There was a lot of the doll happening. Is it similar to how in Super Mario World where if you ride a Yoshi, the music adds a drum beat?
Yep.
Kind of seems like that, but they have like a
didn't-
little bell.
They didn't do it in New Horizons,
Little
but they did it
tinkle,
in New
tinkle.
Leaf. Getting distracted.
Yeah, you need to go find what's up with the fishing tourney, my dude.
Yeah. We're gonna have to stream this next year. I'm seeing it come. Well, actually, this is in the spring and fall. Wait. Oh no, this might actually be like the morning aerobics where they don't do it if there's not sunny weather.
But they just said it's about to begin.
That's true. I didn't see that. I keep forgetting about that.
Well, if you go talk to one of your villagers, they'd probably have something to say about it.
I could probably talk to Copper and he'd be like, on Acre.
Ah, yes, right, Copper. I was trying to figure out who the fuck you would talk to, because you can't go into, like...
Hey, it's Tortimer.
You can't go into, like, a town hall and talk to...
Today's the fall. Why are you
in
over
Isabel.
here, my guy?
Because he wants to be.
The town square's 1 acre to the left. I don't fish much myself, but when I got my glasses...
But I
I
went
went and got my glasses,
glasses.
so I can... I'm sorry, my brain is at 1,000 miles an hour right now. So I can help folks spot fish. There's one, there's another. Ah, yes, I believe I have something for you.
What is? What? Hold on a minute.
I won!
What?
Wait, where the fuck is Chip?
Wait, is he here? Is he supposed to be here?
I mean,
You said you looked it up.
what are you upset about? I should be the one that's upset. There's no crying and fishing. Stop that. Dude, I'm happy it's snowing, though. This is nice.
There's a lot of crying and fishing. Crying out of fucking boredom.
I love fishing in this game.
I was talking about in real life fishing.
Oh.
It is a lot of sitting
Do
there.
tears attract fish?
No. But it's just a lot of sitting there and doing nothing.
Okay, yeah, I need to go talk to Copper. Cooper,
Yeah,
whatever his name
because
is.
something's up. Oh! There he is.
Why are you by the pond? Okay, so he spawns by the pond. You know what? I'm just
Okay,
gonna use
that
my
makes
shovel to
sense,
fish.
Though. That makes sense he would spawn by the water.
Yeah, but you would think he would spawn by the ocean?
Well, also in every other Animal Crossing game I've played, he has always spawned in the, like, the square or the resident services.
I want him to spawn in the water.
No. Pond has fishes.
Ah,
Yes.
yes, step right up. You're here to fish, are you? As in fishing? Fishing, I say.
No.
So you want to hear the rules, the guidelines? Yes, no? Make up your mind before I get toothy.
What the fuck does that mean?
He's gonna eat our ass. What's it gonna be? Rules? No rules? Huh?
He
What?
doesn't
What do you
even
say?
give you
He's Lyle in this game.
He doesn't even give you a chance to answer. Okay.
I'm gonna start now. Open up your ears. You got ears, right? A fishing tourney will take place every Sunday for the rest of this month. That's every Sunday,
Bro,
meaning
there's no
just
more
today.
Sundays.
All fishing, and I do mean all fishing, will take place between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m.
What
During the-
happens if we fish after 6 p.m.? Is that illegal now?
Tom Nook will come out with his rifle and shoot you on the spot. During the entirety of the tourney, the fish judging committee, which is me, will be right here, waiting. When you catch a fish, let me know and I'll eat or measure it for you. Yuck, 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 yuck.
That was my least favorite part of the fishing tourney in New Leaf. I was like, I don't want you to eat them.
Forgot something extremely important. We're very selective about the type of fish you enter.
Boo.
This is what I read.
I like being able to
If it's not a bass, now we just won't measure it. No way. No how. It's got to be a bass. Understood? Yep, this is the one fishing tourney that should have been called the bass tourney.
But bass are incredibly common.
Here's the thing, though.
Oh.
When I looked it up, during the fishing tourney, the percent chance that they show up varies.
Okay.
Considering that we are now playing after 4 o'clock, the small bass has a 10% chance of showing up.
A Sega bass.
Sega bass fishing. Gotta catch a fish. Why bass, you ask? Because they're mouth-watering, delicious, rich, tasty, juicy, scrumptious, snackable, just like my ass.
Okay, listen.
Just take the B right out of that, and you might as well eat my ass.
Listen, I used to eat a lot of fish.
Ass? Oh.
Before I was vegetarian. And out of all the fish this man could have chose...
He says gift fish will be accepted. I never met a fish I wouldn't bite. Now he's just being open about eating fish. Bring any base bring any base you catch up here to the measuring table and I'll restring it for you. Give it a nice setup.
Oh, I do that all the time. Anytime I read it in my head, it's automatically bass.
When King Sizzle was here, he said I used to play bass and I said bass.
I know. I know. I was here and when I like heard that, I was like, that's the complete opposite problem that I have. I always read everything as bass and it's not bass.
Well, when I started playing guitar, I always accidentally pronounced bass as bass.
You know what? That makes sense. I feel like I probably did growing up and everything else because I was used to the fish bass and not music bass.
Okay, so this is the other thing. I skimmed it. I skimmed the text. I didn't fully read it. But when we give him a fish, the size is randomized. It's not like New Leaf that it'll tell you the inches when you catch it.
Yeah.
So we can catch large bass, small bass, black bass, and regular bass. And depending on what time you're catching it, they have a higher or a lower percent chance of showing up.
Oh, it is
like
always
I said,
the English language's fault, Ozzy. It's always.
Like I said, right now we're in a bad position where small bass is 10% chance. I think large bass is 90 though. Each time you set a new record, you'll get a little something for your effort. Am I generous? Whoo boy. Once you submit a bass, it's gone. No bass will ever get returned to you. Get me?
No shit, because
Why
you're
is
gonna
that,
eat it.
you ask? Did you forget already? It's because they're so incredibly munchable, nummy, magnificent, flavorful. Get in my belly. Get in my belly, little boy. So that's that. Now get out there and get casting. There's lunch or fish to be caught. You know what? Chip is at least a little more memorable as far as personality goes in this game. So this is going to be the next...
My man...
Okay, I was like, why are there bobbers just chilling out up there?
My man has ADHD in this game, and he is unmedicated. Okay?
The beaver has a gun, and he's not taking his medication.
Yes. That's the vibes.
So the next hour and 15 minutes is going to be fishing. I think all black bass, small bass, and large bass only show up in the river. And hey, look. Oh, and sea bass. So it's black bass, it's regular bass, black bass, small bass. Actually, I don't know if black bass are in this game.
Okay,
small bass,
there's a lot of bass.
Yeah, there's small bass, large bass, regular bass, and sea bass, which is in the ocean. I don't remember if black bass are in this game, though. Where the fuck are the... Bass.
Up one. There you
Bass, bass. Small bass, bass, large bass. And then sea bass.
go. Up one.
That's a cat gobby.
Goby.
Freshwater gobby. There it is. So there's no black bass, I don't think. I think it would have been grouped with the large one.
Why would they not just keep all the bass together in the Critterpedia?
Saltwater versus freshwater.
They don't do that in any of the other games. They're all together.
Yeah, I don't know. This is the first of its kind.
Yeah, that is true.
All right, well, we already got... I want to try to get one of each, because I don't know if you get something different for each one. I assume there's going to be like a fishing set he's going to give us. This is more of what I've been waiting for. Let's just measure this tasty fellow, shall we? Let's see, 15 inches. Ooh, too bad, kiddo. Pongo caught one that was 19 inches. Nevertheless, I'll just take this beauty off your hands. Beautiful. Burp. And
Doesn't
he burps it right into our face.
Doesn't he turn around in New Leaf to like sneakily eat it?
Yeah. No, they're very open about it in this
they're
game.
very obvious.
Alright, I'm gonna go snipe this from Pearl or whoever the fuck's up there. And by snipe, I mean do this very poorly. Dude, I'm so happy that it's snowing, though. And it actually feels special in, like, New Horizons, where you just wake up one day and there's, like, 18 inches of snow on the ground. And then one day, and it never goes away, and then one day in February, it just disappears.
I would have liked, like, even if it kept all snow on the ground all the time, I would have liked if it at least had, like, several days of it gaining the snow on the ground and then several days of it melting.
Yeah.
But I would have been okay with it.
Because that's how it was in New Leaf, right?
Yes.
I can't remember.
Except
because I know there was animal tracks that would have some spots.
In New Leaf, it would snow, you'd gather the snow, and then it would melt if it didn't snow again. It didn't stay snowy the whole winter season.
Yeah.
Whereas I like that it stayed snowy and wintry the whole winter season. I just would have liked that like a week of transition at each end of the winter.
Yeah.
Because that would have made it, because otherwise it just literally shows up and it goes away.
So if memory serves, the way it worked in New Leaf was if it was snowing like for an entire day, you would have a light like dusting of snow on the ground, but like no snowmen or no snowballs. But if it snowed for like a couple days straight, you would have more snow and snowballs would actually show up, I think.
I don't know if
I
that
think
was
it
it
varied.
exactly, but yeah, that was
Like
the gist.
depending on how much
long
it
snowed.
Yeah, depending on how
Like
much or
real
how
life.
long it snowed was the variable.
But I liked having snow on the ground all the time.
What is this guy doing?
But
It got old really quick. And the thing was, snow counted as rain, and hybrids were very easy to get in New Horizons. So you would, every day you would log in. If it had snowed, you would be cleaning up tons and tons of flowers. Got a large bass. Watch this one be smaller than the other ones that we've caught.
that's usually how it works.
Yeah. But no, if it like snows for the next day straight, and then tomorrow we have like light powdering, that's gonna be amazing. I would be so happy. So I have to keep one-upping myself, I assume, to get stuff.
Thing is, you haven't got anything because you have to beat Pongo
22 inches,
first.
there we go.
Okay.
You're the champ, you're the best, top dog, well, top whatever. Now you're mine, Mr. Bass, all mine.
Yeah, I think I read something like a while back, like way, way back.
Wait, is he just gonna give us normal shit?
Maybe.
That doesn't sound like a special item. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen this sold in stores. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
I think I read something way back about how someone said with the fishing tourney in the older games, you want to make sure you don't just go for the biggest thing you can immediately because you need to constantly re-up yourself.
Yeah, but the thing is, I had to catch that large bass. I barely just got over Pongo. Look, that was 19 inches.
Oh yeah, no. I was just like I had read that when you said about am I gonna have to keep one-upping myself? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere.
Did you win now? I mean, technically, we won before we even entered. We got our fishing trophy. We didn't have to participate to get a trophy.
Yeah, I'm quite
That's really
perplexed by that.
Because in the newer games, obviously, you have to. There's a ranking system, first, second, and third. And you get a gold, silver, or
well, that's not even in
bronze.
New Horizons.
It's not?
New Horizons, everyone plays
yeah.
and you gather points up. And
yeah,
every
I
time
do
you reach
remember.
certain points,
I
you
was
get.
thinking of my New Leaf house where I have all
Yes.
the trophies.
Yeah, like I have all the trophies in New Horizons too, but you're not competing against everyone else. You're just getting your points, and then when you meet a certain amount of points, they'll mail you the bronze one. Next amount of points, silver,
Yeah.
which I like. I don't think I ever won any of the tourneys in New Leaf. No, that is a lie.
All
That
you
is
had
a
to do was go
lie.
catch a shark from the island. Just go cheat,
Well,
you
I
know?
wasn't good at that.
Oh.
Remember? The longest time I was not good at it.
Yeah, I remember first time you and all I do remember is the first time I took you to the island to play mini games and stuff. I was like, if you come out here, you can catch like bugs and fish and stuff that are really expensive. Here, Emmy is holding down that R button, running around in circles, scaring everything away. I'm like, Emmy, no, lay off that run button, please.
Which is the complete opposite of what you say to me like every other game.
Yeah, no, and platformers, like, dude, you like those are momentum-based games.
No, there was one bug tourney.
I couldn't tell.
That I spent like 6 or 7 hours doing. And I'm pretty sure I won that one. But also, because of the mechanics in New Leaf, where if you spend a lot of time in the sun, the next day I walked out of my house and I was a completely different color.
Well, remember that was the case in this game too. I was pretty dang brown.
Oh yeah, was it?
For a while in this game, like the first month.
Yeah. I had to wear, and in New Leaf you have to avoid the sun for that tan to go away, and I had to wear a full astronaut suit for weeks before I got back.
But
down
that's
to
I don't know,
normal.
man. I liked that. Like it was kind of like a badge of honor. It's like, man, I played
yeah,
this game
for
so much.
sure.
I'm hardcore because I'm brown. That's not racist at all.
But for sure, but like also you made fun of me so much because I
bullied you into the astronaut suit.
No. It was also very extreme because I had spent the entire time of the fishing tourney that day, or the bug tourney, catching bugs outside. Like, I did not do anything else like that day. I was just constantly catching bugs. And so when I walked out of my house the next day, it was extreme, like really bad. And my character's always usually hail as shit, you know, for accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, what the fuck happened to you? You're like, I've never seen one of the New Leaf characters like be that tan.
Yeah.
What did you do? And I'm like, I forgot about it. It was also funny because I forgot that was a thing. And so when I walked out of my house the next day, I was taken completely by surprise because the tan doesn't show up till the next day. You don't like you don't like progressively get tan. No. It just all pops up the next day and I was like, what the hell happened?
The sun
Who
happened.
has their bobber all the way? Oh, okay, they're on the. I saw by the lily pads,
Bertha.
but she's on the dock.
Dude, I already don't think I'm gonna be able to one up myself. Out of curiosity, I'm gonna look up rewards.
Okay.
I usually don't do this. I usually don't spoil myself, but I don't think I'm gonna one up myself, and I'm really curious.
I like how the top Google search when you type in Animal Crossing is mole cricket?
Gay porn.
No.
Gay corn.
No, mole cricket.
Oh
You're on
fuck! This Neo Seeker. God damn it!
Now do you see
Why does it show up at the top?
Thank you. Now do you see why when I was trying to help you with something, I only kept getting Neo Seeker, and I didn't know Neo Seeker was bad either at the time, but it keeps showing up at the top because you keep doing that on stream too, and you're like, God damn it, that's Neo Seeker.
Can you just not suck? God damn it! So let's see. This is Wild World. Okay, in Animal Crossing in June, Chip the Beaver will host a fishing tournament every Sunday where the player can win furniture for record-breaking fish.
Okay, but
So that's in June.
Yeah. And then, oh, there's fall.
All the info above is the same for the tourney, but this time Tortimer. So in November, let me. And okay, so the fall fishing tourney. The fishing tourney reappears every Sunday in November. All the info above is the same for the tourney, which I have not read yet. But this time, Tortimer will give the player the fishing tourney or the fishing trophy after speaking. So we only get the trophy. Oh no, we only get the fishing trophy in fall. Going back up to the summer tourney, in Animal Crossing in June, Chip the Beaver will host a fishing tournament every Sunday where the player can win furniture for record-breaking fish. Chip will give the player a prize for every fish they turn into him that beats the previous record for the day. However, only fish from the bass family will count for the tourney. Excuse me. Any other fish the player gives him won't count, but he'll still take them if they agree. For each other fish, he'll have some comments about how he likes to cook them. Unlike in Wild World and City Folk, which I have not played, the player can actually see villagers participating in the tourney. The animals will wear fishing vests and have bobbers in the water. However, the player will not see any of the villagers catch any fish. So start with a smallish fish in order to maximize loot. So since we couldn't catch the small bass, I guess I screwed myself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Pongo already had 19 inches.
Yeah.
If the player plans to fish on the day of the tourney, they should wake up early on the morning when big fish are biting. However, fish caught before the tourney can also be turned over to Chip for some prizes. It's a good idea to store some fish in advance. If the player has the top record at the end of the day, they will receive a red or lottery. What?
Oh, a red or lottery item as a gift in the mail. So a red exclusive item or a lottery item.
Oh. Oh, okay. Also, talk to Tortimer at any time during the tourney to receive the Angler Trophy. So there is a trophy that we can receive in June as well.
Okay, so... And for fall, all the awards are supposed to be the same, so I don't know why the fuck you got a shirt.
I don't either.
But in fall, you get the fishing trophy, and in summer, you get the angler trophy.
Hold on, let's check chat, because we haven't looked at that in a while. Okay, nothing. Nothing. Let's check Nookipedia, see if there's any different info here. I won't read all of it. Yeah, so there's only small bass, large bass, and bass. I guess he doesn't take sea bass. Well, I'm gonna go catch a sea bass.
Let's see what happens.
Small bass ranges from 3 to 11 inches. Bass ranges from 11 to 19, and large bass ranges from 19 to 27. So I shouldn't even bother turning in the small or regular bass. I need to be focusing on large because Pongo already had such a high one. I needed to start earlier to get the full effect of this. So we're gonna have to do this again in June anyway. So I'll do it right that time and play off and on. Maybe we'll do like a 12-hour stream and I'll off and on start the game up or something.
Yep, it says the same about if you win and...
Yeah, so this is what I had saw. From 6 to 9 a.m. and then 4 to 6, small bass are 10%, regular bass are 70, and large bass are 20. From 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., small bass are 50%, regular bass are 40, and then large bass are 50.
10.
10, sorry. If the player gives Chip a bass that beats the current size record, he gives him a random furniture item.
From any group.
But we got a shirt.
Yep.
The music, dude. The 5 o'clock theme is so good, and now we get to hear a different version of it. Huh. So that's interesting. Shirts are furniture?
Well, I guess you can display them.
I think in this game, the Happy Home Academy thinks that is you throwing trash on the floor. You know?
You can
They don't-
still display them.
Anyway, here's Lulu. I always think of the duck. Trying to get through the maze in the back of my Nintendo Power, but it's too hard. Everybody subscribe to Nintendo Power right now. This is clever marketing.
Super Mario. Yep.
Nobody ever gets through in the first try. Oh my god. Just keep going right. Just keep going right. We did it! We
I
found a way to the
cannot
end of the maze.
I cannot believe they had you try and help her solve a maze by just clicking and not like they could have gave you a maze or something to actually look at.
Maybe, but that would have been too hard to do. It's just product design.
I'm aware. I just
Also, are they wearing fishing vests?
go up more.
It's kind of hard to tell on Pongo.
Well, there was another one. Up there.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Shit.
I like how it lands on the lily pad.
Lily pad.
It's weird seeing you fish.
God damn it. Oh, can I go give this boot to him?
Go try. It's weird seeing you fish in this game because I've been playing a lot of Faith Farm and the fishing is vastly different.
Let's see how big it is. Here's my booty. This is most definitely not a fish. What do you expect me to do with this? Eat it? Foolishness. Silliness. What kind of tourney do you think this is? Oh, forget it. Do you want me to take this? Sure. I can really keep it?
fuck?
This smelly old boot? Do you mean it? Really? I guess that goes to show it never hurts to ask. Thanks. Is he wearing a cape? Oh no, that's his tail. I thought I saw like some black tied around his neck, and then I thought the cape was flying in the wind.
So it's funny. It's funny how you fish that shoe out of the river essentially, and he was like, "Can I keep it?" And then you're like, "Sure." He's like, "Yay," because my pop lives on the river, and that man has fished out multiple shoes out of the river.
Yeah.
Because what if the other one comes down later? And here's the thing. That has happened. So they're just river shoes. The amount of weird things he's fished out of the river. But also it is just the random collection of only one shoe out of a pair that he has. That
I mean,
just...
my mom lost her flip-flops in the pond next door. Or the pond that used to be next door.
Oh, for sure. And no, I'm talking like full-on sneakers and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
And I know it happens, but then like when you think about someone actively fishing them out because what if the other one comes down?
I think maybe Chip just wanted the boot because it's like a nice little bit of seasoning for the bass. You know, boot seasoning for your bass.
No.
Because it's in the same river, so they kind of stew in there with the boot gunk. You know what I'm saying, dog?
No. And I don't think you do either.
So what is our record again? 23?
22.
22? I mean, we might have enough to win this.
Yeah, they go up to 27, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna go catch a sea bass. I don't know if I want to do this for an hour without great rewards, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, you could always do your daily routine and then catch some fish and go back to him and yada yada.
I'm gonna go catch a shark and give it to him.
Yeah, right, because this is the perfect season for that.
The sharks aren't even in this game.
I was about to then say, are they even in this game?
Dude, I miss playing this game on a CRT. This looks great. This has got a whole aesthetic going for it. A nice vibe.
I think that's the nostalgia talking.
I'm gonna ditch my retro tank.
No.
Will you not acknowledge this as a real bass?
Maybe he only likes river fish.
He's gonna... That would explain why he's by the pond and not the ocean. There's no bass. Well, okay, technically it is a bass, but not the right kind of bass at all. And I hate to tell you, but we're only accepting one type of bass in this tourney. I would take a dish of miso glazed sea bass if you had that handy. Yup. So do you think I could, you know, possibly maybe keep this, huh? I can relate. He's not very direct like me.
God, I don't know. Here's the thing. Tons of people aren't direct. Like, that's just the way people talk a lot of times. Like, neurotypical. They talk and they, like, allude to things. They hint at things. And, God, it drives me insane. I can't infer, you know? When someone's hinting at something, I can't infer. I don't...
We got a 10% chance bass.
I take a lot of stuff literally.
Yeah, no,
like,
you cannot take a hint for shit.
No, I can't. I never could, and I really still can't at all. I don't understand it. I'm like, be direct with me. Just tell me what you fucking mean.
I want booty hole, my guy.
Okay, well listen, homie, that sounds like someone else's problem.
You telling me to go get booty hole from somebody else, Emmy? What?
No, I'm telling you that sounds like someone else's problem.
I'm just gonna drop my trophy here real quick.
Why?
Oh, go do some selling.
Oh, right. Here.
I don't really want to sell my shirt, though. I don't know if this is like a special item shirt that I have. I guess it is, because none of the guides mention you getting clothing. This is a glitched shirt. Shit, a shirt that's like glitched into the game. It's a special shirt. This is a special shirt. This is my shirt. Nobody will ever take this shirt away from me.
Why do you have two pinwheels on you?
Because I like them. Look, they're both different.
Aw.
Yeah. And then I gave some of the other ones to my other villagers that I can play as. I really like them, though. It was kind of worth going through all the loot boxes, the grab bags. I bought every single one in that store, though. And they were all priced per year. So they were all 2,300 bells. Next year, there'll be 2,400 bells. They're slowly going up in price.
$2,300 bells?
Yeah. Because the year is 2000. Oh, sorry, fuck. Yeah, no, it's not the year 2300. It's the year 2023. They were all 2023 bells.
Thank you. Okay.
I actually...
I was very confused.
Dude, did you see me hesitate? Because I was like, oh, fuck, what year is it anyway?
Yes.
I was like...
No, Ozzy, what makes it special?
Should I keep getting lovely furniture for you?
No.
I think I got you like the entire set anyway.
That's wild.
They had a lovely piece of furniture too yesterday. Or no, I got it in one of those grab bags. All right. I gotta see what this cubby hole looks like.
It's just gonna be like a cubby.
I know. I gotta see what it looks like though, before I sell it. Paper umbrella too. That's actually also fairly interesting. Oh.
Oh, it's just a, yeah.
I was thinking it was gonna be made out of like actual like instruction paper or some shit. Was this my pinwheel? It was not, but I will use it. Just like how Kung Fu Panda P.O. is special because he believes himself. I've never seen Kung Fu Panda.
Po. That's
Po.
the panda's name.
I assumed it was a typo, but I forget. Oh, that's actually kind of cool and kind of fits in with this room.
Hey. Yeah, it's just like cubbies in like kindergarten classrooms. However, this room is feeling mighty cramped.
I gotta reorganize it at some point. Get out of my way. Oh yeah, dude. It's snowing. Alright, let's go back to shoveling these fish out of the ground. Oh, I gotta...
That was all kinds of fucked up.
What?
Shoveling these fish out of the ground.
Out of the river. Oh, fuck. In this river, I don't see no friend. I don't fucking remember the lyrics. But it would be very fitting. Those lyrics, if I could remember them. Been a while and I don't see no end. I think.
I don't even know.
Are you
what
looking
you're-
up the lyrics?
No, because I don't even know what you're referring to. I just...
Oh.
My phone vibrated, so I needed to do something.
In This River by Black Label Society featuring Zach Wilde.
I don't even know who Zach Wilde is.
Oh, Emmy, come on.
Or
We've been...
Black Label Society.
That's a bit
Anything-
more understandable, but Zach Wilde, he's a guitar god. He's one of those, like, you can't not know who Zach Wilde is, you know?
Well, see, here's the thing. I very much so cannot know who he is because I don't.
Emmy.
Actually, I do vaguely remember us having this, like, exact type of discussion
Yeah, I know.
before.
Ozzy, come on, man.
Man, sometimes when people aren't, like, big music people, they don't know this stuff.
But, okay, but it's impossible not to know who Van Halen is. Even if you don't listen to music, fine. But even if you listen to the tiniest amount of music, it's like not knowing who the Beatles are, or Elvis, or fucking Nirvana, Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Those are like big fucking names that you can't not know who they are, you know?
But are you...
You don't know who P.O. is?
Poe.
Look, man, I collected all the Poe's souls in both Ocarina of Time and
Okay.
Twilight Princess. I know.
But are you
I know
saying
who they-
Zach Wilde is on the same level as Van Halen and the Beatles?
No,
Okay, well
but
then...
he's a guitar god. He's like...
And
He's got some of the wackiest guitars out there. If I showed you a Zach Wilde guitar, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I've fucking seen that before." He's got a wacky looking Les Paul. Why does it show me the hot dog guitar every time I look for guitars? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's very meh. I have his overdrive pedal on my pedal board right now, and it's got that same exact design. But it's like, that's just kind of a design you've seen.
But I would just say that that's just like circles in like a hypnotic design.
Yeah, but it's iconic because it's Zach Wilde, you know?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say so.
Why?
Because those type of circles are also
Are you being sexist against the
no
circles?
associated with like hypnosis and like psychotic like
I guess. Do you know what Zach Wilde looks like, though?
he was just on your screen, yes.
Okay, yeah, big, buff, like, kind of redneck almost looking guy. That usually wears, like, a denim vest. That is not the kind of...
Okay.
That is not the kind of guitar you'd expect a guy like that to have. Is that the guy from
You-
Queen? Are you thinking of Freddie Mercury?
Yeah, I was about to, I saw that, but I was
Mama, I'm stuck in a slide.
but you also have no idea who Charlie Manson is, Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer.
They're serial killers, though. That's a white person thing. I'm not white.
You
Don't
are
look at me.
white, first of all. You're probably
Did
whiter
you see
than
that bitch
I
side eye me? I swear to God.
am.
I got enough energy to jump through the screen right now.
But these are infamous names that.
Oh, I've heard of Ted Bundy.
Yeah, and like I've heard the name Zach Wild. I've heard you say it, but that doesn't mean I know who.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. You can't not have heard of these people.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna say who because I actually don't really know who they are.
Okay.
I know it's guitar, but that's all I know.
I guess if I was in the I'm trying to fish for a fish that I think disappeared. But I'm the kind of person that's like, if I've heard a name, I'd be like, I guess I'm also bad about like, if I've heard a name, it's just like, yeah, I know that person. You know?
No, I don't.
Never heard of Zach Wilder?
Well, that's not even the right person, honestly.
Hold on. I gotta type it in chat. Wait, is it 2Ks?
Yes.
I always forget if it's 2Ks or Zs. That's how you spell it. But yeah. Oh, you know what I found out the other day that I never fucking knew? And I actually kind of want to share this clip on the stream. Actually, no, I won't. You know what? I won't share it. It's not gonna be as cool to everybody else as it is me. But I watched a YouTube short of an interview between Joe Satriani and fuck, not Van Halen. God damn it. Steve Vai.
Huh.
I didn't know Joe Satriani was Steve Vai's fucking teacher. So for those who don't know,
that is interesting. Yeah.
for those who somehow don't know who Joe Satriani is, Joe Satriani was a teacher that basically bred a ton of guitar legends. He taught Kirk Hammett. Now I know he taught Zach Wild, and he taught some other guitar legends that admittedly I don't know of because I don't listen to their bands.
Taught Steve Vai?
Yeah, Steve Vai. Who did I say?
Zach Wild. And
Zach
Kirk
Wild.
Hammett.
No. Kurt Cobain and Zach Wild.
Kirk Hammett, not Kurt Cobain.
Fuck, dude. It's this energy drink. But he taught Kirk Hammett.
Oh, that's so bright.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
He
God.
taught Kirk Hammett and fucking Steve Vai.
See,
And
I
then-
didn't realize he was 67.
Yeah, and then he went on to have his own successful music career where he became a guitar legend himself.
In the supergroup Chickenfoot?
Yeah, we don't talk about that. So he early in his career he worked as a guitar instructor with many of his former students achieving fame, including Steve Vai, Larry Lalonde, who is rock band Primus, which is a band I'm not familiar with, Kirk Hammett, Andy Timmons, who played in the bands Taylor Bay Band, Danger Danger, Pawn Kings, and Andy Timmons Band. I'm not familiar. Charlie Hunter.
See, these are.
He plays custom-made 7 and 8 strings. Third Eye Blind. Yeah, I'm not familiar with some of these. I'm familiar with Primus or Primus.
See, you're not familiar with some of these.
They're not guitar gods, though, you know? But they achieved basically what I'm getting at is Joe Satriani is a legend because he breeded a couple of guitar legends
But he also is.
and
of his own
became
right.
became one himself like 10 years later, I think.
Is it Gene Wilder or is it Gene Wild? No, I think it's Wilder.
But yeah, I'm not gonna claim I know all the guitar legends. When
Gene Wilder, okay.
when Music Is When did when he reviewed that Rolling Stones best 250 guitarists of all time, they had bullshit guitarists in there and left a lot of people out. He talked about a lot of guitarists I didn't know, like that guitarist that I told you about from the 30s, that guy that had 3 fucking fingers or 2 fingers. And did some crazy shit that was hard to do with 4 fingers. Like, you know.
Jack Black is always considered a legend in anything that man has done.
Yeah. I mean, he's not like a crazy guitarist or anything, but like, when we
But he's
talk
Jack
when you talk
Black.
about comedian bands, Tenacious D is one of the first that comes up right up with it. Right up there with UHF. Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, okay.
Right up there with Weird Al Yankovic. This is just becoming a music stream.
Jack Black is just a legend in general.
Yeah. Have you ever seen his YouTube page? Like his YouTube videos?
Probably at some point.
Yeah. I haven't in years, so I cannot reference any of the stuff, but I remember he did some very interesting and fun content. God, he just committed suicide so he didn't have to get caught.
He's a fish. He's gonna survive that drop in the waterfall, buddy.
Have you ever seen that video where it's like the two guys on the canoe, and they're coming up on a waterfall, and he's like, I think it goes down. The other guy's like, I don't think it goes down. He just keeps looking back. It's like, I think it goes down.
Where else is the waterfall gonna go?
Well, they thought it was just like a dip or something. Like, you've never seen that video?
Oh, like in whitewater rafting, like there's just a dip in the.
Let's see if I can actually find this video. Oh. Robert, it goes down. Yeah.
It's a bridge. Just goes around the corner. Walking on the fighting side of me.
It goes down.
It don't go down.
Robert, it goes down.
No, it don't.
It do go down.
Oh!
Okay.
I will link that in Discord for those who have never seen that video. That's a pretty well-known video, like 67
I've
million
also never
views.
seen this.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I
guess there's just so much content out there.
I think yes,
That's
that
easy to
also.
miss.
But also, I think that
Because I'd never seen that
no matter
duck video.
yeah,
The lemonade duck video.
got any grapes?
Yeah. I had never
Walked up
seen
to
that,
Lemonade. Yeah,
despite everyone in my age group knowing it.
yeah. I think when you think of like whether it's someone or something, whatever is like, oh, it's well known. It's well known. It's like, but there's always gonna be somebody who doesn't know.
Yeah, and I guess I do remember reading an article recently stating that like kids today don't know who Pac-Man is.
That makes sense.
Yeah, which to me I'm like, holy shit, you don't know who Pac-Man is? It's like that's like the first big video game icon in my opinion.
Yeah, but that also was like what in the 80s and
Late 70s.
late 70s, and that's a lot, quite a few years ago. Kids
Yeah, but I
today
mean,
aren't
it's
gonna
not like
know.
he's disappeared into like obscurity.
No, but
Then he waddle away, waddle. Yeah, I do remember that.
I do have
That is kind of like something that is permanently stuck in my head for some reason.
I do have that type of moment though all the time of like you, like what do you mean you don't know what that is? With my youngest sister, because she is 10 years younger than me. And so quite often there's like I mention something and I'm like, oh, like this, and
No,
she's like,
don't do it.
I don't know what that is. I just go, you don't? And it goes the same way because she'll say something and I'll just go, bruh, you're speaking a completely different language. I do not
It
know
was
what you're
funny
talking
that
about.
I finally learned what based meant. Like
I
just a couple
always
days
use
ago.
Context clues.
Dude, I don't know any of these kid slang.
I am on the internet
things.
more than you still.
Hey, look, it's based. No.
Because like for a while, I wasn't using a lot of social media or anything. But I read a lot of stuff on that is like published on the internet and stuff. So I see it. But then also my sibling sends me a lot of videos. So I see a lot of stuff. And I tend to use context clues because there was also just another... Oh, okay. So have you heard of the phrase ops?
Ups.
Ops.
Like OPS?
Yes.
Like Black Ops?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but in a slang phrase. Like he has ops.
Like operations?
No. I still actually probably can't tell you what it means. But my
That's
sibling,
okay. I feel like that about a lot of the like kids slang.
doesn't that mean cops? No. No,
It's the fuzz.
it doesn't.
Kids probably don't even use fuzz as a slang anymore. I feel like that's very like 90s, early 2000s for some reason.
Don't think it. But my sibling had said something about he
Go
has
to the Google.
yeah, he has ops or something. I was like, I was like, I don't really know what that means. Like yelled
Hey,
it out.
Ozzy, while you're in Urban Dictionary, you should look up Charizarding if you don't know what that means.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
You don't have enough badges to train
Don't
me.
do it.
Yeah.
Okay, don't. But I just yelled at, I still don't really know what that means. And my sibling was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." They're like, "You're so out of touch." And I'm like, "I've just been using context clues to kind of figure out what it means."
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yeah. But I also, at this point, I do like just like randomly whenever they say something, go, I don't really know what that means, just to see them lose their shit over it. Because they're like, how do you not know? I'm like, I don't know what it means.
Yeah,
I find it really
it's just,
funny.
Yeah, I guess with fuck the guitar legend thing. I guess that's just a matter of A, me becoming more open-minded, and B, me realizing that I feel like I know nothing at all when it comes to guitar, when it comes to music. It has to, I guess I have to realize that I know more than I give myself credit for, I guess.
You do
Even though
with
that
everything.
in the guitar community, I'm still like noob 100%.
Oh, ops in the UK is slang for cops. Okay. Well, in terms
Is that
of
because people in the UK don't know how to they can't form the C word? They can't pronounce
No.
No, because in the UK they like to call people bloody cunts, right? So they can use the C. Maybe the C is silent for cops in the UK.
no,
I'm just being stupid at this point, by the way. I also looked at Razor's message. Is that like felching? Which I'm trying to figure out what that is.
I read that and I decided I wasn't going to ask because I
You know
didn't
what?
want to
Yeah,
know.
it is Razor, but I'm gonna look it up anyway. I feel like ruining my night. Felching is a sexual act of licking or sucking semen out of a partner's anus. Why is it on dictionary.com and not Urban Dictionary?
Which means it's probably an actual word.
Huh. I wonder if dictionary.com has snowballing.
And for the record, Charizarding is not that.
No. Charizarding has to do with lighting your partner's pubes on fire. So no, not like that at all. I like how we're getting into this very interesting topic of conversation while playing some good old wholesome Animal Crossing.
Ops is slang for cops because they're referring to police as the opposition.
Oh.
And also, that's wild because I don't even know what definition I'm
Is
trying
that
to think
Zach
of either.
Wild?
No.
I'm not even trying. The fishing tourney's just fucking over. I might still win though. Unless somebody pulls up something big. Should we just go to the next segment of the stream? I don't think I'm going to catch any more large...
There's another segment of the stream. Thought it was just Animal Crossing.
Well, the next segment of Animal Crossing.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. You
Okay.
fucking threw me for a loop.
So let me get my Game Boy Advance plugged in. I always see ops used as a noun and usually in context referring to cops. Yeah. Alright. So, just to catch Emmy up, because she wasn't here yesterday, when we went to Red's tent, we actually got our very first, and you might have seen it in my house when we went in earlier, our very first NES game.
Oh!
Yeah, it's fucking golf. Like the worst one we could have got. So I had noticed that when we went to power it up, you could do advance play. Use a Nintendo GameCube Game Boy Advance cable to connect your Game Boy Advance to your Nintendo GameCube. Turn on the Game Boy Advance. Press the A button when you're ready. Then you can send golf to your Game Boy Advance, sending data. I'm just curious if this works. Hey!
Oh my god.
Dude, I'm playing golf. Fuck you guys. You guys can stare at this screen while I play some golf. Which, if you saw me play golf the other day, you know exactly how this is going right now. It's going poorly.
Think you can get it inside mine?
I think I can. Oh, I actually figured out how to hit the ball. So you have to hit the thing twice. Okay, let me turn this off. Here, let me show this. I actually figured out how to play golf. But this is just so cool to me, though.
November still isn't over? What?
No, not November. Oh, because I said I can get it inside yours? Yeah, you have to hit that twice. Curved way the fuck out of bounds. So I guess...
Game is shit.
Woo! There's a ghost in here. So, I guess you have to get the first one all the way over to the left, and then the second one to meet up with the white. Like I said on, that's the first one that didn't go out of bounds. Like I said, when we played this... That one's going out of bounds. Like I said when we played this 2 days ago, the only NES golf game I played was NES Open Tournament Golf, and that's a little bit different, I think. I barely played it. But, and then we talked about the pineapple bed, and I was like, fuck, I gotta go get a pineapple pizza now.
What?
I had a pineapple bed in there.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with pizza?
Because it made me crave a pineapple pizza.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh shit. There's a common painting in Acre C2. It's probably been dug up by now. Yeah, I think it's either very well hidden or it's been dug up. I think usually if you start your game later in the day, you're gonna miss out on this. Okay. And the other thing I wanted to show Emmy. I guess today is going to be a shorter stream than expected.
Well, the fishing tourney was...
Not what I expected.
Yes.
Yeah. So in newer Animal Crossing games, you're not restrained to just the bass. I don't know if we stated this. You can catch kind of whatever you want. So it's a lot more interactive, I guess. But about 2 months ago, Emmy was not here for the stream where we went to go see Cap'n. So if you come down here, there's a signpost that says, to call me, connect your Game Boy Advance, turn it on, and then come by the dock, Cap'n. So we're going to run into a house. Probably not this one. We'll go into the police station. Take shelter in here. I'm surprised there's no items in here, considering I have not come in here to claim anything in a long time.
There is, in fact, an item there.
Yeah, but you'd think there have been a bunch. Captain Crunch? Yes, and he sings. I kind of want to hand over the controller to you to let you experience this.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Alright, so while we're in this building, I'm going to turn my Game Boy Advance on. Because I turned the webcam on to show my GBA, too, during that stream. Because this was so cool to me. And maybe it won't be as cool to you. I just kind of appreciate this sort of thing.
Oh, there he is.
Yep. And he's
There
going
he
to sing
be.
us some Christmas songs. Ahoy there, matey. Do you care to ride me boat to the island? Yar, alright then. Board me dinghy, ye wee sea monkey. I'm going to hand you the GBA, though.
Why?
Shove off, we're bound for Juggles Island to the briny sea. So I actually got to name the island.
Okay.
Listen to me shanty and love and loss. Takes a crunch out of crime. Oh no, he's gonna sing Mariah Carey. He's hitting on us. You've been working out?
Oh my god.
Juggles Island ho! Well now that we're here, or now that we're some bumpy ride, wouldn't you say? Almost lost me vittles. You turn off your Game Boy Advance if you feel so. I don't give a squid. You should leave it on.
Okay.
So
Okay,
we can
so-
come here to get coconuts.
Real quick.
Yeah.
The term ops the definition I was trying to explain.
Oh, you're still on this?
No, I literally texted my sibling because
My
I was
God.
trying to figure out what the fuck. And it literally is just opposition. So like cops, but also you're a snitch, or if two people are fighting on different sides. So you have ops with someone? Bruh, I don't know.
I see. Anyway, on the island, we have a special villager.
Who did?
O'Hare!
Oh, it's O'Hare!
Well, how long since we last met, James? Around 17 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not. You've become rather a looker since I last saw you. Sort of have a glow. It's quite becoming.
Why is he flirting?
Ah, yes, James. Did you wish to speak to me, amigo? I'm bored. I think roses represent my personality best. What do you think, James? Maybe. Think so too? I'm almost too attractive. People should send me bouquets. Should send bouquets of me on Valentine's Day.
What the fuck?
Now, when I first talked to him, he asked me for a furniture item, and I didn't have it. But I thought it was just kind of weird. Now, if he gets out of the doorway, you can come in here. I don't remember a picture of Tom Nook being in here. But it was two different, like aloha shirts, like Hawaiian shirts. Mm-hmm. And you could take them. I guess we could take that portrait of Tom Nook if we wanted, but I already dug one out of the ground and have it. So we can also get coconuts here, stuff like that. Now, if memory serves, just start hitting buttons on the GBA. Huh.
Memory serves you wrong.
Should I change the flag? Defund the popo.
Oh my god.
Not yet. There's something here. Maybe turn the GBA off and back on. There was something really cool with the GBA.
What's the other house?
It's empty, I think. Damn, what am I trying? How do I don't remember how I triggered it. Oh, hey.
Oh!
Here's the shirts.
You found stuff.
I already have both of them, though. So there's not really a whole lot to do. I think it was Espion that used to be in chat, said he used this island for storage.
Oh. That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't remember how... Been waiting for you, James. Ah, yes, James. Did you wish to speak to me? Of course. Would you dance with me? Sure. Rather bold, amigo. That is to be applauded. However, I save all my dances for the ladies.
What? Okay.
He doesn't swing that way. Interesting. So I don't remember how this worked then. Is there a signpost on this island that explains?
I have not seen any signpost.
So there was a way to play on the island on the GBA, basically. Not with that attitude he doesn't. If a man ever tells you he doesn't swing that way, just whip out your cock and he'll change his mind real quick.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Why not?
That's called assault.
I'm not beating him with my dick, okay? Just trying to show him a gay old time, you know? Yeah, I don't remember how this works. That's O'Hare's house. I don't know if it's a random villager that's going to be on this island or if it's always O'Hare. I never looked too into this. I don't remember how... Oh, I'm so upset. I'm going to have to pull up the stream archive. I can't believe myself. Because it was something I accidentally stumbled upon. It wasn't even, like, intentional. I wonder if it happens when we leave. I think it might happen when we leave. You want to take a record of Juggles Island with you in your Game Boy Advance? So if you do, then turn the power on, you carp brain, and make sure you take her off of sleep mode too. Here we go. That was day 11 too, dude. Alright, we'll be saving your island of the Game Boy Advance. This is a wee bit technical, so better mind me close. For instance, if you turn off your Game Boy Advance, you lose your save island, so you better be careful. Don't forget to use the old sleep mode if you're going to keep your Game Boy Advance on log. If you're ready, transmitting data. Like I said, I probably overhyped this, but I thought this was really cool. Now look at your GBA,
Ah! I have an island.
Yes.
Animal Island.
It's the sequel to Animal Forest.
Boo. Why the fuck does it take so long to transmit? Okay.
Cool.
Ooh.
And it has music. So do you remember playing Dogs on stream? When we got the GameCube back in 2019?
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of Dogs. Because you can go over and pick up O'Hare.
Oh, Hare's not here.
And just for those who don't know what's going on, if you weren't here for the Day 11 stream, I'll do you a solid. Maybe not have this full screen, though. I can take it. This is the footage from Day 11. I'll skip to where I actually show it off. Here we go. So it's webcam, so obviously it's terrible quality. But I try to show what's going on here. But you can go into the island, and you got a little... I think you've got a little finger, a little hand you can move around. Yeah.
There's O'Hare.
So you can move coconuts, you can grab O'Hare. It's just like... I don't think there's any real purpose to it, but it's kind of cool that they designed this little mini game only for the GBA within Animal Crossing. And we can't do this on the Wii. This is specifically why I brought the GameCube out. Because you can't use the GBA. You can't use the GBA on the Wii for some
How am I
reason.
supposed to pick him up?
So this is almost kind of something I imagine that's kind of like lost to time, because I can't imagine you can do this on the... Well, you know what? Somebody probably made it possible on with it, like an emulator. But that was just kind of so cool to me. And like Emmy can keep playing that while I'm like doing whatever in this game. I should have grabbed coconuts though. Yeah, you can just kind of move it around. And I think I moved some of the coconuts around and then went back to the island.
Anything.
Oh, you can't?
It won't.
The ones on the ground?
Oh, there are none on the ground.
Oh, so I think I had some on the ground. I'd left them there. Or I moved them on the GBA. I moved them on the GBA, and then when I went back, they were actually moved.
I can't move O'Hare either. I can just touch him.
I remember being able to pick up O'Hare. Are you trying A and B? And the shoulder buttons?
B zooms out. Yeah. I cannot, but that's fine.
I just thought that was super cool.
It is. It's very
And that's
cool.
why ever since day 11, here we are over 100 days later, I was like, Emmy, you should do this. You should do this.
Oh, O'Hare knocked down coconuts.
Yeah, so it's just kind of cute. Cute little thing. Borrowed some sewing equipment from Mabel and Sable yesterday so that I could design a nice pattern. Did you know that they'll loan you their equipment, James? Yeah, I totally rented it.
Ah, cool.
I don't have a Game Boy Advance, so you should go buy one. There's a lot of product placement in this game, man. Alright. We got about 10 minutes left of the fishing tourney. I guess I will go try to catch maybe a sea bass, or a large bass that's bigger than the one I already caught. But I genuinely doubt that's going to happen. After that, we'll touch on our daily routine just a little bit. Go buy flowers, some nooks, maybe talk to some villagers. And probably call it there. This is going to be a shorter stream. I know I said Pokemon, we would do Pokemon today, but I don't know. We got the rest of November, like I said, is just such a Animal Crossing, like a lot of Animal Crossing planned. So I didn't want to do Pokemon for a single stream and then not touch it again for like another week. But that'll probably be next Sunday if you're going to be here, huh?
Yeah.
I'm also very excited for the stream we're gonna do, presumably tomorrow. If you wanted to do that tomorrow,
Yeah.
we're gonna do a solely Super Mario RPG stream, like the remake. And I'm excited because the game's got some amazing writing.
Yes.
You're really getting into that, huh?
Well, I'm just trying to figure it out.
Oh, okay. You just seemed very immersed into it.
Because I can control where he goes, and it's cute.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I thought it was great. So that's specifically why I had to bring the GameCube out.
Yeah, it's very cute.
And for some reason, like at the time, I was like, "Oh, we have to go to a different island every time because that data is saved on the GBA." No, that's actually saved on our memory card too.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Is the fishing tourney over? No.
No, we got like 10 minutes.
Then
8
why were
minutes.
you able to catch a... Right, you can still catch other fish. I'm dumb.
Hee hee. We never did talk to these guys. Oh, I just can't concentrate on fishing at all. They smell so bad. I invited Pearl to come with me, but now I'm thinking about finding my own spot, Snoof. I don't think we're gonna find any large bass. What was it, like a 50% chance for large?
4 to 6 p.m. Yes. I think so.
I'm glad you've got the good memory in this relationship.
That's
Can I borrow
hilarious,
your
'cause
brain?
My working memory is shit.
Nah, man, can I borrow your brain?
No.
Dude, I'm super sad. I went to that Periphery concert. I don't really remember any of the songs. Like, I remember what songs they played. I just don't remember what they sound like.
Oh, man, I don't ever remember anything like that.
That makes me sad. I do remember, like, I mean, at least I've got memories of, like, some of the unique things that happened, like Misha telling
Yeah.
Spencer to shut the fuck up. Oh, dude, there was this one guy that was crowd surfing. And, I was like, I wish I was him. He locked eyes with Misha. For, like, a good 5
You
seconds.
would hate crowd surfing.
Dude, but like as he
All
was
those
coming
people's
down into
hands on you?
security's arms, though, he locked eyes with Misha. Misha's there standing there. I think he was doing a solo to like Blood Eagle or something. Just Misha smiling, locking eyes with him. That's got to be a memory. But yeah, I'm sure I wouldn't care for crowd surfing. But you know. I just like that guy. That guy was probably tickled. Do the thing. Alright, I should go lay this flower down. So yesterday, when Red showed up, I realized that my you can turn that off, by the way. It doesn't need to stay on at this point. When Red showed up, I realized that this pattern that I have here is gonna, like, if I keep going with it, it's gonna get probably trampled.
Oh, cut off by his tent.
Yeah, or anybody that shows up there. Fucking Gracie running over the shit with her car. So we're gonna make a square instead. Which I don't have what I need to make this square. Because I need 2 pinks and a white. I have a blue on me. Crowd surfing sounds cool, but you're putting too much trust into strangers. What if they just drop you? See, that's never my thought. My thought is, man, somebody's gonna squeeze my ass or something. And then I'm gonna just burst a nurse right into the crowd. It's gonna soak everybody with cum.
I think it would be kind of hard for if you're already crowd surfing for people to drop you because there's multiple people's hands on you at one time. Now, if you were jumping into the crowd,
Oh my god.
that's putting too much trust into them because they
Yeah,
could all
no.
move out of the way.
Dude, all I can think too is
Once you're up there, the crowd just kind of moves you. The hands are just up. It just kind of works, but
all I can think is how much it's gotta hurt. Like I feel like I got weak wrists. Like I hurt my wrist a lot when doing physical activity. I just think like bending and holding it like this to hold somebody up. I'm like, oh, my wrist's gonna hurt after that. Or also in the case of a 6'4" man that's like 230 pounds slamming into the audience after jumping into the stage. Because Mick Thompson, I think, is around that height and weight. I've seen him doing videos of that.
well, that's where it comes into play of you have a tightly packed group of people that are all holding their hands up. The distribution is there. It's the same thing as if you lay on a bed of nails. You're not going to
Yeah.
get stabbed, but if you just sit on a nail,
It's gonna penetrate you.
yes.
And I like to be penetrated, Daddy.
Anytime I've helped someone crowd surf over my own head, it's almost kind of like you're just kind of like guiding them forward. You're not like really putting a bunch of like
Have you ever crowd surfed?
effort. No. That does not look like a fun time to me. People's hands go everywhere.
I'm also trying to figure out like how people start crowd surfing, because when I was watching the Periphery show, it was just like one after another people started crowd surfing. It's like, is there one guy in the audience that's like, hey, I'm gonna throw you up and somebody's gonna catch you? or I'm gonna bend down and you're gonna get on my shoulders or something? How do people communicate this to happen? How
Help
does
me
someone
up.
go from the ground up to
Help me up. Help me up there. Get me up. That's
Okay. That just seems like such a calm way of doing it. It's like you're fucking listening to some metal, you're pumped, and you're just like, hey, you want to grab me by the cock and hoist me up?
I think if you decide to crowd surf, then you're accepting the risk of someone grabbing your butt. Yeah.
What if I want somebody to grab my butt and nobody does?
I mean, hands are all over you when you're crowd surfing. And for me...
Oh, yeah, somebody's going to touch your butt.
Yeah, for me personally, I would never do that because it would freak me out, and I just don't want to.
You want somebody grabbing your butt?
No. Not like a bunch of strangers. No.
I would want to fart right on somebody's hand.
No. Oh, God.
Why does my hand smell so bad now?
I also am super conscious when people are starting to go over my head because I like to duck a little bit. My mom, I don't know which show it was. It might have been someone who has now been rightfully canceled.
Ooh. Yeah, no, I was just like, speaking of your mom, what does she think of the news? We can talk about that in a second.
The Guns N' Roses news?
Yeah,
I don't
Axl
think she
Rose.
knows.
She doesn't know?
I don't think she knows. She's not a huge fan of them by themselves, like as people. I don't think so. I don't think she'd really. I don't really know. But, and I meant to tell her, but then I didn't. I think she was sleeping or something. But
Wake her the fuck up.
my mom, I think it was. Like I said, someone who's already been canceled. I do believe it was a Marilyn Manson concert. I think it could have been someone else, honestly, because there's a lot of crowd surfing that goes on at concerts. Would they have even been able to? Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, would they have even been able to get up during Marilyn Manson? Because that shit was packed in. My point here is my mom was taking a combat boot to the back of the head because someone was crowd surfing. And so it was completely accidental. But that was still a combat boot to the back of the head.
It just fucking disappears. I guess we'll get something in the mail tomorrow.
Yeah, it did say he'll mail you stuff. Check the board. Maybe he'll announce it on the board. On the board.
Oh, I want to talk to Static. Static for catching a 23. I lost. Ladies, listen. That 1 inch, it really does matter. Trust me. I didn't even see you fishing. Looky here, it looks like it's you. Looks like the snow's not planning on letting up, huh? Yeah, so what do you want? Starting to get chilly, winter's almost here. Yes, I would say so. Anyway, I think I interrupted you.
Yeah?
Combat boot back to the back of the head, and then that ended.
Well, just like I said I'm always conscious when people start going over my head, so I tend to maybe duck a little bit too, because like I said, like my mom has gotten a combat boot to the back of the head, and it's completely accidental, but that's what happens when it's going around you, and
Don't worry, guys. We'll get them next time.
it gets
in
really
like
weird.
in like 7 months. I mean, I'll probably still be playing the game in 12 months, so I'll participate. I'll actually participate in November next year, and see if there really is any difference between June and November. Because
Yeah.
clearly the wikis can't be trusted, considering all I won was a shirt, and the wikis said you get furniture. But it does seem like it's not. Regardless, it does seem like there's no exclusive items. Like, no exclusive fishing items. You get,
Yeah,
except
it
from a
said
random
furniture from any like
pool, field or pool.
yeah, whatever it fucking said.
But the cool thing is you do get a, I didn't think red items are really that special, but you do get a ticket item if you win, which is pretty cool. Red tulip, blue cosmos, yellow pansy, yellow tulip, pink cosmos, white tulip. So I guess do a little bit of gardening, maybe talk to a couple villagers, and I think that'll be it. How's that sound to me?
Yee.
Really short stream. We also intended to start at like 3:30, to be fair. We started at like a little after 4:30.
No, it's red tulip. Don't plant that.
Are you more interested in this game again now that you're seeing it in action?
No.
You were like, that's a red tulip, don't plant that. You were like,
Because
just
I knew what pattern
seemed
you were
immersed,
doing,
yeah.
and you then started talking midway, so I didn't want you to accidentally like hit plant and it
well,
not
I
be the right
mean,
one.
I don't really need red tulips, so it would have been fine. Don't you think it's weird that you can plant flowers when it's in this cold? You'd think they just die in winter. It must be resistant
That
to the
is
cold.
freaking true.
Nice to see some flowers growing amidst the snow. Yeah, meanwhile, New Horizons, they breed in the snow.
Yeah, you know what? I've never thought about that, but there are a lot of games where it's like that, where you can just like plant whatever amount of the season, and that is a little wacky.
I do also like that we're getting new text now that it's snowing.
Yeah.
Not that this game really has any issue with like New Horizons really is the bad one about having a
It's
lot
really
of repeating
bad,
text.
yes.
New Leaf is definitely the best, but this game is no slouch on the text either. It will repeat from time to time, but it also surprises you quite often with new text.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever have New Leaf level of text options again.
I still need to find that article because I always want to reference it. That article that states that they had like fucking 27 pages or some shit of text written. Probably was way more because I don't know.
What is the pattern going on there anyway? 'Cause you have blues and like
Yeah, so L shape of blue and white, and then a reverse L shape, like a Waluigi shape of pink and white.
okay.
Yeah, and then I'll put some butt fuck random thing in the middle. I also like how to point out this song does not get Christmas like themed.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
There's the
there's
bells.
just it's the same song. They just added the bells in one
Yeah.
spot. Incredible. I think I fucked up this pattern. So we'll just throw those there. I'll probably trample those at some point, let's be honest. And then I think I was doing something with the reds, but I don't even remember what I was doing. The red tulips. Because I had filled out this section. Shut up, Tangy.
Tangy didn't even say anything to you.
Shut up, Meg. By the way, I don't know if I asked, what did you think of the ending of Mario Wonder?
I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you still say it's like my hype was warranted, or did I overhype it?
No, I think it was like really good.
Yeah. Definitely, like, in my opinion, the best ending to an RPG, to a 2D platformer.
Yeah, probably.
I've done moshing, and it can get kind of... Isn't moshing just a rock and metal thing?
Depends.
Really? There's a fine line, or there's a thin line of you colliding into people because of the mosh, and then there's people who just aggressively pushing low-key. Yeah, I've seen that in videos.
No matter what type of show you're at, anywhere near the front gets quite chaotic. And I've been at a few shows where my mom does this thing where she like kind of braces behind us so that people don't hit us. Us being me and my sibling.
Oh, there it is.
21 Pilots, I was near the front. My mom had to get out of the crowd. I had to go back because the lights were pushing her towards seizures. And so she had to get out. And there were these 2 or 3 that looked like very stereotypical frat boys. They were drunk and they were all over the place, and they weren't like necessarily trying to be aggressive with people, but they were knocking into so many people. And I had made friends with like this one girl and her friend that she came with, and at one point I got knocked even farther into them by the aggressive ones, and one of them had brought their dad, and their dad kind of did the same thing my mom does, which is kind of like gathers people in front of her and then like braces her feet like behind us, and then like makes sure there's like a hand on to like 2 people's shoulders, so like you're not getting knocked around as much, because it can get hella intense. Is Biff trying to scam you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if I can beat a hippo in arm wrestling. It's got the
No.
strongest bite in the animal kingdom, but what about them arms?
His name is Biff. It's just like a short little oops from Buff.
You know what? Let's do it. No balls, as Razor would say. Do it or no balls. Considering my huge state of buffness, you're the only one who'd agree to do anything like this. I gotta be honest though, I'm a little too sore for arm wrestling. I'll just give you a quiz.
I knew it.
Sure. How many push-ups did I do yesterday? I mean, if you're sore, I did 85 push-ups.
Ooh.
Great. I don't know how much money I had. It was a pitfall seed! He gave me a fucking pitfall seed for however much money I had. Probably like 30k. I mean, no, I don't need money, but whatever. Hold on. Hold on. Hi, Biff. This is what you get.
This
Oh,
was
shit.
so cruel. Oh my god!
What is this? All right, who was it? Who put that thing there? Someone better own up to it.
Honestly, Biff, that was kind of your own fault, my dude.
This is what you get when you mess with my gang. The gang of me. He's not angry either. That's the surprising part.
No, he's completely fine.
You can if you cheat. The hippo doesn't have thumbs, so you get a better grip. Also, hippos don't have the same vertical range of motion in their shoulders.
I love the
that's
scientific approach.
Yeah, I
to
know. I was
this.
about to say, I think Ozzy's been around a lot of hippos in his life.
This is Razor.
Razor, whatever. Look, man, Ozzy, Razor, they're both the same. You can't deny this. You can't deny this. One just bird ups a lot. That's all.
One, assuming native New Jerseyan, and the other, a native German.
Yeah, and
Definitely same person.
same place,
Totally.
dude.
Yep.
You gotta.
I see the look of contemplation on your face, and I'm going to tell you.
I was
don't.
gonna make a comparison, but I couldn't think of anything that's special about either New Jersey or Germany without it being racist or bad.
Potatoes and beer.
Is that a German thing?
Yeah, Oktoberfest.
Okay.
Oh. Wait, is that even in Germany?
I don't know.
Or is that in like...
I thought that was just something that like
Hold on.
venues and stuff will do every now and
No,
then.
because it's spelled... Yeah, no, it's Oktoberfest. I might also be pronouncing it wrong, but whatever, not the point. No, that's in Germany.
You can't spell October without cum.
Um,
That's why it comes right before not November. It comes right before not November. And it also comes behind November. Giggity.
either
Getcha.
before or behind.
It's originally a German event, I believe.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Okay. I started second guessing myself because I was like, oh shit. Razor's about to tell me I'm very fucking wrong.
Also, off topic, I've been meaning to ask this. Ozzy, were you able to snag a PS5? I hear they went fast. I don't even know if you tried, but I'm just curious. I was trying to help you out with that. Tocumber?
Oh, come to cumber.
Oh, come this tree.
No,
Oh, come this tree.
no.
You are very
no,
white and
no,
cummy.
No, no.
Oh, come
No.
this tree. Oh, come this tree.
No.
You are very smelly and flaky.
No,
Hey,
gross. What the fuck?
are you telling me your Christmas tree doesn't flake a little bit after the cum dries up?
I'm really gonna need you to stop.
Dude, this is like the most vulgar stream I've ever had, and it's over Animal Crossing.
I do not think it is. Honestly, we can probably go find something more vulgar. I do not want to.
Do you want to
and I'm
watch?
not going to.
Do you want to marathon our entire archive
No,
tonight?
I really don't. No.
God, one of my streams for some reason showed up my recommended, and I was like, I don't remember this stream. It was a stream where we did Mario Maker. It might have been the stream where the demon chicken came from.
Oh yeah, you texted me about it.
Did I?
You said you didn't remember it coming from the Mario Maker stream.
No, I think I said I don't remember you talking about Scooby-Doo. But there was a point where we fucking blew Ozzy's ears out.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember this?
Vaguely.
Where I was like, I need to turn up the volume a little bit. I turned it up like all the way.
Yes, I do.
And then you heard the stream playback from my headphones, and we both started screaming while it was turned all
Yep.
the way up.
Yep.
And Ozzy was just in the chat, and he calmly asked, "What is going on?" That was like end of 2019, dude. It was great. I don't know what's going on. Piper left. Pom Pom left. Hell yeah, dude. A cornucopia, market model, and fishing trophy.
Oh, did you get the market model on sale day?
Yep. And I looked at it and I was like, don't we already have this shit? No, but I could have because I woke up before 3 a.m. because of anxiety, and then I saw your message. It looked more like the sale, and it was only for the original PS5, not the Slim. It was also for the Oh, I didn't know you wanted a digital. Okay, fair enough. That's a really good deal, though. You have not seen, or at least me, I have not seen any sales on consoles for
In
Black
forever.
Friday. Yeah, not since
Not since you bought
2017, I
me
think.
the PS4, because you got the PS4 on
Oh
Black
yeah,
Friday.
that is true. So 2019.
Yeah.
And then everything became scarce because of shortages and shit. So they're like, well, might as well.
Yeah, that was
not.
right before the pandemic, so
Yeah, it was
it makes sense.
2019. I think Target was trying to get rid of all the original models, replace the slim models. Yeah,
That
because when
makes
I left
sense.
Best Buy, we had like 200 PS5s that were not moving.
That's great. I love that little model.
Yeah, no, these models are great, dude. Makes me wish I kept the weed model and all that stuff. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get back here.
Don't you have it just in another house? It's in your
I
garden
sold it.
room. Oh.
I would have to go rebuy it, which I could.
No,
Despite it being an event item.
Yeah, I thought it was just in your garden room, outside room. Is that even still a room anymore?
Yes.
Okay.
I think. What are you looking at, Static? I'm just going into another person's house.
Yeah, see, it's right there.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I can... God damn it, do I really want to log into my other... I kind of want to put both of those in the basement of this character's house.
Also, literally only lasts like 10 minutes, the sale.
Yeah, I figured scalpers would eat that up. Okay. Is there anything else?
No?
You ready to go chow down on some tots?
Well, what is the set?
This is the Harvest Festival set, remember?
Yes. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
I'm remembering it now.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Festival set for some reason.
Because it's feathers.
Yeah. And the chicken feet legs, turkey feet, whatever. Anyway, journal that we can actually get to. So we're going to stream this game again on Thursday for the,
Raffle.
yeah, for the raffle. I guess I'm going to try to play daily and go buy up all of the Nooklings stuffs to get tickets. And then next day after is going to be snow day, which it's already snowing. So we'll play that. And between then and between now and Thursday, I'm going to play New Leaf on stream, Animal Crossing New Leaf.
What day are you doing that?
I guess I'll do it Wednesday after you leave.
Okay.
Well, no, you'll still be here. You want to just do a chill stream on Tuesday? You know what? Ozzy did say he really liked the two game streams.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to play like a game? If you want to play a game like Tuesday night or something?
Maybe.
Because I have a
we do have a
note.
stream tomorrow too.
Yeah, I have a note. Well, it'll just be a chill and chat stream.
Well, yes, I know.
I have a note for myself because I have all of the times for the fish and sea creatures and everything like that jotted down. So if I start streaming around 7:30, I should be able to get everything except for the stringfish, which doesn't show up until November, which will be the very last thing for me in that game. So if we stream around like 7 or something,
Yeah, maybe.
I'll
maybe.
play New Leaf, you play something.
He.
We'll figure it out. 3
If
days of streaming might be too much for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll see because we're
But
doing
even
a
then,
stream tomorrow.
it's not like an actual stream. It's just kind of a chill.
Yeah, it'll depend.
Yeah.
I will say that if we do that and I play a different game while you're playing New Leaf, it will either be Tears of the Kingdom or Fae Farm.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be Tears of the Kingdom, but yeah, that also makes
Or
sense.
Fae Farm.
Yeah,
Which I didn't get to play yesterday, and I'm really excited to play.
it's gonna be PM. So about an hour from now in your time.
Yeah, yikes.
So you probably won't be here. I'm very sorry.
But also, that's like a very like off the wall time. It could be earlier than that too. No, it's not because of the bugs. We just said this. God damn it.
Yeah, because here's
I'm
the thing.
literally
With that
losing my
time,
mind.
I will be able to get the stuff that goes away before 9 p.m. And then I will be able to play past 9 p.m. to get the stuff that shows up after 9 p.m. All the targets in my area went from being in stock to low/not available. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted, actually, Ozzy, I thought you wanted a non-digital version so you could play your PS4 games. Or are your PS4 games digital? It reminds me when I got my PS3. I got the fat PS3 because Sony did the exact same thing back then. The fat PS3 went on sale for $300. I instantly bought it. Then a week later, they announced the PS3 Slim for the same price, but better. Well, those fat PS3s are sought after now, depending on what gigabyte model you have. I think it's the 60 gigabyte model, plays both PS1 and PS2 games. I think all PS3 models play PS1 games, but it's only that fat 60 gig or less model that plays PS2 games, and that's why it's really sought out after, because it's apparently like the best way to play PS2 games. All my PS4 games are digital now. That makes sense. I recently added a bunch of PS4 games to my backloggery because I took a bunch of listings off of eBay that just weren't selling. So we got like Nier Automata and Wonder Boy Returns on there now, as well as like Grand Theft Auto and Mortal Kombat XL. Some other stuff, I don't remember. Uncharted 4 is literally worthless? What? When did Pongo change into that hideous shirt?
Isn't that her default shirt?
No. I thought we had a conversation years ago that you liked Uncharted 4. Because you literally got... I thought you had the same bundle, or you'd gotten the same bundle that I had gotten, which was like the super slim Uncharted 4 bundle.
Oh, it's worthless
since
since it came with every PS4.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay.
But you know what?
Value-wise.
I sold my copy of Wii Sports for $20. Wii Sports goes for a surprising amount of money considering it came with every Wii.
It came with every Wii, but then any person who's buying a used Wii isn't getting that automatically.
That's true. But, you know, Uncharted 4 was a physical copy, or at least mine was. So it's still the same case. It's not like it's digitally in the console.
But there are people now who are going back and buying used Wiis and buying games they played as kids.
So you're thinking about 10 years, all those kids that grew up with a PS4 are going to be in the same shoes?
Yes, but I don't really know anything about Uncharted 4, so I don't know if it's actually good or not.
I've heard it's good.
But I literally just saw it came up on my YouTube shorts about how someone they like one of the first things they did when they moved into a new place with their fiance was they bought a Wii to play like Wii Sports and Mario Kart together.
Man, modding my Wii is like the best thing I ever did. Not just because of Monster Hunter, but because of speaking of modded Wii, Emmy dropped my modded Game Boy Advance.
It slid down my leg.
It slid down what's his
Cinema
name?
Roll.
Cinema Roll's leg. But no, modding my Wii and modding my PS2 once I get all the kinks ironed out, best thing I ever did. Pair that with the Mister and like 500 games I have for Switch, I could literally never buy a video game again and I will be happy. I went to a local video game store to sell them, and they wouldn't buy it back except for GameStop, which gave me less than $1, and nobody wanted it on Facebook Marketplace to sell Uncharted 4. Wow. I actually just today sold a listing, and I don't know if I should say this, because if you're really desperate to find out where I live, you could go on eBay and look at the sold listings and then find my... whatever. I sold a complete in-box copy of Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 just today for $1.50. Seller or buyer had to pay shipping because they live in Puerto Rico, but I just sold that today because I kept lowering the price. I think I started at like $8. I kept lowering the price because it had been up for like a year.
Was modding the Wii difficult?
No, literally just an SD card and a computer is all you need. And if your computer doesn't have like an SD card slot, you'll need a USB to... So I got a 256 gig SD card. It was like $25. The USB stick was about $10. $35 to get everything you want. GameCube and Wii.
He was terrified of modding his Wii at first because if he messed up, everything's gone.
Childhood and everything.
Yeah. However, it was so easy. And I also, like, when he went through the process before he did it to decide if he was going to do it, I was like, no, you got this. This seems like a walk in the park. And he was like, oh my God, I'm going to mess it up. Oh my God, I'm going to mess it up. And then it worked. And he's like, fuck yeah, now I'm going to like mod it for everything. Because he initially only modded it for Monster Hunter Try.
Yeah.
And then you were like, okay, that was easy. I can do this. I'm going to mod the fuck out of it now.
Yeah. It was just like first time modifying something software wise. It was terrifying. With the PS2, I wasn't scared at all.
Yeah.
And I might even mod my 3DS now so that I can not use my Capture 3DS and wear that down to play ROMs. Because I've been playing Pokemon Black on my own time.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, if you're interested, Razor, I could post a tutorial video in Discord that I used that was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, $35 to get like everything is really good. That's obviously you'll want to get a Wii Remote, a nunchuck, a classic controller, probably a GameCube controller as well. You don't need GameCube memory cards because you can save to the SD card if you really choose to. But
assuming your Wii has GameCube controller connectivity.
yeah, you do need obviously you're gonna need the GameCube spots at the top.
Where's Waldo? Alright, his shirt. It's very Where's Waldo.
I already tried to get my Monster Hunter Try save file to my Wii and at PC it didn't work? Really? I can't remember what it's called. There's a software for transferring, because for a lot of save files on the Wii, you can back it up onto an SD card. But Monster Hunter Try was one of those they didn't let you because Capcom didn't want you to duplicate characters for online play when their servers were up. So you have to download a save manager on your homebrewed Wii. And then you can get it on your SD card, and then you can transfer it to your PC. Unless you did that and like your PC just outright, or unless Dolphin outright didn't recognize the save file, which I wouldn't think would be the case.
But tech is techie, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I transferred all of my PSP save data to my PC, and it all immediately worked within the PPSSPP emulator.
The only
Which
issue...
I still need to stream some. I still want to stream some PSP and Dreamcast because now I have those emulators that I was messing with.
The only issue that going all digital has that physical doesn't have is if a game is delisted, then it's over.
Yeah, and that was my argument towards being all physical before, and that's a lot of people's argument still. But here's the thing. We live in a day and age of piracy. Everybody is doing it. Everybody is doing it. If that happens, then you're just malicious compliance, you know? r/malicious compliance. Pirate it. I'm like, well, fuck you then. I'm pirating it. I just tried to search for the save file without any other app. Yeah.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Try has some, like, hoops you have to jump through for the save.
There's a couple games like that, too.
I like... That's one thing about, like, people, you know, with digital being more and more, and, like, people not really feeling this... God, I don't know. Digital's so accessible for both the person who's buying the game to play it and for people who are making the games to put them on things. Because I feel like making a game for a physical release is much more difficult and more like money and everything else.
I'll be honest, I did not follow that because there were so many gaps in between, and it's nothing personal. I had a hard time keeping up because there's so many spaces in between. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So like digital, is more accessible for both the people who are trying to buy the games to play them and the people who are trying to make the games and put them out there.
Mm-hmm.
That was all. That was it. That was the whole thing.
Oh. Sorry, I'm putting on music since we're gonna be chatting. I don't know. There's a lot to it. Developers will get more money, which is good in some cases, bad in others. Like Nintendo doesn't need more fucking money. First party companies don't necessarily need more money.
Well, I was thinking more so the people that would struggle to put out games because they aren't first party. They're not like Nintendo. They're not like the indie developers or people who are trying to develop.
Yeah, but then they'll make more money because the physical copy is always priced the same as the digital copy, unless you were talking about limited run games here. I imagine they lose money through physical copies because there's the price to produce the cartridge, is the case, the shipping, and then they have to sell their game to like retailers, probably at a lower price so the retailers can get their cut.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
Oh, I thought you were saying it as if that was a bad thing.
No,
that we're
I
going
was
towards
saying-
all digital future.
No, I was saying that as a good thing. It means more people can put out these things that they've maybe wanted to but weren't able to before because of all the hoops to jump through and all the things to do to put out a physical game.
Yeah.
And there's also now more platforms to put out those digital only games on because before it was just really like Steam and like that kind of stuff for PC, and now you can
Yeah.
put things on other.
Not to mention it's just overall better for the environment.
That also.
But I don't know, there's so many people that are so hardcore against it, and I was too for a while there. But here's the thing, with this economy, it's really hard to be a physical collector the way I was. And not to mention, I got super overwhelmed because of all the limited run companies releasing games. It's like, wow, I never knew that one of my favorite games was physical. Guess it's $200 now because I missed out on a limited run that probably sold out in a couple of hours back in 3 years ago.
The Spider-Man 2 Collector's Edition literally gives you an empty case and a digital version of the game.
Yeah, now that's stupid. If you're buying a physical collection, you might as well get the disc.
Yeah, I
remember that's how you got your copy of Metroid Dread Ozzy. I was I bought the collector's edition fully expecting it to have a code in a box, but it was a cartridge, and I was like, well, guess I'm buying a third copy of this game because I promised Ozzy a copy. So I was actually surprised that the collector's edition of that included a cartridge.
Yeah, I would say collector's editions, specifically also collector's editions, unless they say specifically with the digital code, should have a physical version because it is a collector's edition. I would assume digital's better for the environment, but also that doesn't mean we have to go all digital, like full force.
I don't know, with how many people, how many, like we're living in an age where a lot of people are becoming more and more technologically knowledgeable, and it's so easy to do that if there ever was an issue, piracy would be such an easy thing to turn to because people are going to make that more streamlined, and there's going to be plenty of people backing up their copies of games.
Yeah.
As is. It's not like it's going to be like 2011 or whatever it was when Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, was taken off of Xbox Live and the PS3 PSN store, and I couldn't find a ROM of it anywhere, even if I was I was trying to. This was before I was even tried doing emulation. It's not going to be like that. If something's taken down, it's going to be everywhere. You know, it's going to be a once it's on the internet, it's out there kind of situation. Maybe not the case for like a smaller like indie game or something that may have flown under the radar, but why would those go down anyway? Because usually those, unless it's something that's licensed somehow. Once again, why would a small indie company be licensing something out for like Marvel or some shit? Yeah. But unless it was licensed somehow, which it wouldn't, if it's an indie game, they would probably have all rights to it and it would be out forever. it shouldn't go down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm actually embracing the all digital future.
No,
I don't mind.
I don't
and
mind
even
the
if physical
digital-
copies come out with like the next PlayStation console or Nintendo console, I think I'm going all digital. I'm enjoying just getting like little collectibles, little plush here and there to fill up shelves instead of games. It's really nice just kind of like booting up, and the Mister has done this to me too. It's really nice just going through a list of games and booting it up from a list.
Well, I will say from my perspective, and I think there would be other situations where this would be similar, is if you're buying a game digitally, you can only access it on like that one console. So say you have multiple of the same consoles, but you have multiple people who use those different consoles. So like Switch games, I can let my sibling play physical ones. I can't let them play the digital ones. And so that also does kind of make sense to like say you're getting a game that's something that like your whole family's going to share, and there's like multiple people in the family. They're gonna, maybe it's just on their own consoles. In that case, you know.
Yeah, and there's two ways I could argue this, like, as I can see both sides. One, and this, I guess this doesn't apply to the life cycle of the console for this first argument. You could always just get a second one and mod it and have ROMs on there. But on the other side, that's really just for the hardcore consumer, the hardcore gamer.
Yeah, I was about to say, most parents
Looking on the
aren't
other
doing
side
that.
of this, it would benefit the company. Because here's the thing. If you know, the mom and dad, you know, want to play some Mario Kart for the first time in years, but for some reason Mario Kart 8 is not showing up on their Switch anymore, what are they going to do? They're probably going to buy it again. They're probably just going to say, I just want to play some Mario Kart, man. How often do I buy video games? They're probably going to buy it again, and it's going to benefit Nintendo in this case.
I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. And
No, there's not. It's just a
yeah, no, for
matter
sure.
of opinion.
And I don't think it's an all or nothing issue either. Like for some people, if they want to go all digital, then they can go all digital. Some people want to have like mostly digital and like have like a couple physical games. Like my physical collection of games is much smaller than my digital collection of games. Intentionally, because I don't feel like having that physical version, like taking up. James is very much so in his design, interior, in his decoration style, a maximalist, where
I really want to be a minimalist, but I don't think that day will ever come.
you are
when
not
I'm-
a minimalist. Your walls are covered.
Yeah, but
Your
I
shelves
if
are
I ever had to
full.
start over, like I get in this real deep shit, I have to sell everything. I don't think I would build all of this back up.
Well, no, but that's not what we're talking about here.
I know, but
In-
there's part of me that really wants to be a minimalist.
And see, I'm not a minimalist either, but I also keep my own environment, like my own bedroom, not necessarily minimalist, but I have to keep it somewhat reserved in some senses, because otherwise I get very overwhelmed and very
Yeah.
overstimulated. And so for me, I have a much smaller collection of physical games and much more digital games. But I also play a lot of indie games, and those tend to be digital anyway.
Yeah.
And as well as
And I mean, it really sucks if you used to be like me, where you're like, I'm not playing this game unless it gets a physical release, even though it looks amazing.
oh no, I would never do that.
Yeah, no.
I
But
always thought that was really
That was just the
I
shitty
always-
situation I would put myself in.
Yeah, I always thought you were just being really fucking hard-headed with that. And also, here's the thing. I know as a society we shit on laziness so much, but here's the thing. If I don't want to change out a game cartridge 3 times a day because I want to play 3 different games,
Yeah.
then call that laziness. But you
Here's-
know what? It's also annoying that if I wanted to play a different game, I have to change it out every single time.
Yeah. It is.
Especially if you're only playing a game for like 30 minutes and you're like, nope, I want to play something else. So you play something else. Digitally, you just back
Here's
out to the home menu.
Here's the counter argument to it, though, because I've experienced both. And going back to the Mister, it's really nice to cycle through games and play them. But the thing I've noticed with the Mister is I don't get devoted to. Like, this is just for retro games. I don't get devoted to those games anymore because it's like, oh, if I die, I guess I'll just go to the menu and boot something up. The other thing I also kind of miss is I kind of just miss inserting like a Super Nintendo cartridge into the console. Just that physical feel. We were talking about it with vinyl. that physical feel of inserting a cartridge, picking up the controller, flipping the switch to turn the console, and that's a really nice. For some reason, it's just like a part of the experience of the game.
Yeah, I think that's part nostalgia.
Just like how flipping a vinyl
Yes.
over is like.
I think it's part nostalgia and part experience. Like it was.
It's not even nostalgia because like the Super Nintendo I didn't own until
I meant
February
like in
2020.
general.
Yeah.
Like for some people, it's part the experience of playing the game. It's part nostalgia for that experience, even if you maybe didn't grow up with it. You still have the nostalgia for that experience of like changing the card out and all that stuff. And for anyone else, it's like, okay, cool. Look, I'm not saying that it's wrong to change the games. And if you want to be all physical and you want to change your games as many times as you want, go for it. I'm also saying like there are people who literally shit on being all digital because some people are like, oh, you're just too lazy to change your games. And my point to that is, and what of it? What of it? What does that affect you as someone who like?
I used to be that kind of person. As I've grown older, it's just like, especially with like, I was thinking about this just a couple hours ago for some reason, especially with people with me I used to be the person that's like, come on, man, it's not even Thanksgiving. Stop celebrating fucking Christmas. Yeah. It's like, well, now my thought process is, well, like, here's the thing. Best case scenario, we only get like 60 to 70 Christmases. Like, fuck it. Like, life is short. Just let people enjoy whatever. And stop focusing your existence on people being happy and you being unhappy about them being happy. I want to address Ozzy's comment because it's been sitting there for a couple minutes. My reason for keeping physical for a long time was because I would share games with my friends, and I haven't shared games in forever. And that's a good point. But for me, with retro collecting, the thing I was starting to get scared of was Sega Saturn, PlayStation 1, and I think getting now to PS2. Those games are starting to have issues with disc rot. So, like, you can keep good care of your cartridges and stuff like that, and they'll last a really long time. But when you haven't owned those cartridges or those discs in this case scenario for the first 20 years of their life and you're buying it used, you don't know what they've been through. They could have been just sitting in a garage. It's a lot more stable to have a copy, a digital ROM. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels better. It would be shitty if I went and bought an expensive copy of a game that's a couple $100 and then a couple years later it gets disc rot and I can't even like resell it or anything like that. It's just like, well, I can't play it. There goes $400, you know? Especially if you're a collector that just buys stuff and then puts it on your shelf and you're like, I'm going to play this at some point. And then 10 years go by and you don't play it. You know? And then, oh, like, well, I didn't play it when it was good, but now it's got disc rot. I can't play it at all.
Yeah.
And that's not so much a problem for stuff now. I'm sure stuff now is like better quality stuff. I don't know if PS4 games or Wii U games or whatever are going to have the disc rot problem or not. Yeah. Wii U's are apparently having the issue, though. If you don't turn your Wii U on for a very long time, it's going to have some kind of issue that bricks the console. I don't remember what the issue is.
Yeah, on the point of just letting people enjoy things, I know when, like, you're not feeling great, like, yours in general, you're not feeling great or you're in a bad mental state or just not doing so great, it can suck to see other people enjoy things, especially if those things don't bring you enjoyment and they make you more miserable. Like, if you work in retail, holiday season, it's not fun.
Yeah, because I remember making a statement, like, my first year dating you that I worked at Walmart. I was like, I'm going to fucking buy a Christmas tree someday so I can burn it.
Yeah. You were so very against Christmas. I love Christmas. So
dude, I love Christmas too. I grow up like this is the time of the year where I'm very nostalgic towards my childhood and like teenagehood, because just like the times of my life where I've had the most fun. It could also be because of the weather, and I love fucking cold weather, whereas hot weather I'm miserable all the time.
I think.
But I also made the statement. Sorry to interrupt. I also made the statement, it's like, when I'm working, I cannot watch The Runaway Guys or Chugga Conroy or Proton John. But when I'm unemployed or on a vacation like this, suddenly I get very into them again. It's like, because they're very happy people.
You yourself.
I can't see them. Like, it pisses me off.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You yourself have a big issue of seeing and hearing other people be happy and enjoy things when you're not, which is what a lot of people do. And I'm not like,
And to be fair, I'm not the kind of person that goes out of my way to try to make them.
No, you don't.
Because I don't
get on the
comment or
person,
anything
you
like
just
that.
Don't do it. But also,
Tend
like,
to be happy, but even
yeah,
though.
but like, even if I'm around, you're just like, why are you like this? And I'm like, okay, go on.
Why
I
are you
guess."
around, Emmy? Why are you around?
But I think you're also getting better about just letting people freaking enjoy things, even if you don't understand
Yeah,
it.
I'm trying to grow as a person as I get
Yeah.
older, even though
Which is good.
my life is getting worse.
So Razor said he doesn't really get the point about having...
I don't think I own any physical... I'm sorry, I got to read it. Because I haven't not read it yet.
Oh.
I don't think I own any physical games outside of Skylanders and Wii Sports. I used to have that. I used to also have an Age of Empires physically, but the remake got released digitally. I don't really get your point about switching out games. Even when I want to switch up digital games, I have to walk to my Wii, eject the current game, select a new game, and run that.
So one, that was mainly a point I've seen online when people are like, for all digital, because like on the Switch, you just scroll through your library and hit a new game, versus you have to open up the case, put in the right cartridge, take that old cartridge, put it back in its case, close it. People are like, it's just because you're lazy, it's not that many points to do, which is true. It's not that much to do.
But here's the thing.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
for one think if it's not a laziness that is affecting anyone's like quality of life or their job or anybody else, like the idea of going all digital because you don't like the act of getting up and switching the games, then that laziness doesn't bother you. If someone's too lazy to, like, I don't know, shower and then they go out in public, then that's probably not, that's not the same thing. Like, that's not the same thing. Or they're too lazy to care for their dog properly and their dog's mistreated. That's different. Like, this is a laziness that literally doesn't bother anyone else. I also have, I think, over the past couple years, with having to ration my energy myself, have found that being able to, anything that conserves energy, I am more likely to like. Because if you only have so much energy to use, you're going to figure out ways to use it that don't use as much.
Yeah.
And also, Ozzy makes a point about instant play, and now you have to download the game regardless. And indeed, one of James's favorite phrases used to be, "I hate modern gaming," because he would put in a
I even
disc.
made a clip of reasons why I hate modern gaming again just a couple months ago when Horizon Chase Turbo 2 came out.
Yeah.
And it was like, you need to pair your Epic Games Store account with this, or you need an Epic Games Store account to play this game, period. And I was playing it on the Switch, which didn't make sense. And that immediately soured my taste of the game. Whether it was good or bad, I think that just completely soured my taste of it. I haven't gone back to it. Going back to what you were saying about being too lazy to switch cartridges, though, there's also this thing is like, as you get older, at least for me, it's harder to get this really cozy vibe, you know? Sometimes you're just like, you're in your chair, you're wrapped up in a blanket, you're perfect.
Yeah,
there's
I'm
a
too
vibe
comfortable.
going.
I don't want to fucking move.
And you can't replicate this, and you know, if you get up, it's gonna be ruined.
Dude, every
That's-
time I
that's
lay
the
down
perfect
and I
time when
need to
you've
get
already
up
got-
to pee, I'm fucking miserable.
That's
I'm
the
goddamn-
perfect time to just like have a
Switch
game
your game.
system up that has everything
Yes.
digital.
And I think like people like to rag on laziness, especially like lazy Americans and all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, sure, haha, it's a fun joke. But like when people get actually angry at some people because they choose to do something easier and maybe like, I think when it's harmless laziness, we probably shouldn't be such dickheads to other people about it.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
I don't know. I just wanted to have the YouTube video on the screen. I don't know why. I really like this artwork.
Oh yeah, it is quite cute.
It's quite cute. While Mario's got Magmar Blarg's head mounted over a
It could
fireplace.
be fake. And also it's a fire flower place.
For those, just in case anybody's wondering what this video is called, it is called Jazzy Jingles, Smooth and Jazzy Nintendo Music. This is good, like Halloween music.
Holiday.
Winter, holiday, yeah, music.
I like digital because I know I will never stop gaming, and I don't have space to keep all physical games, especially for games I play once and never again. But at least with the digital game, it's always there if I ever feel nostalgic to play it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I have my like physical collection of games is quite small because I also just don't want all my space taken up by that. Like you said, you would rather have plush or something on the shelf versus the physical games. It's like, and I think also, I just thought of this, that in the current, like, I don't know, housing and economy climate we live in, a lot of people always live with roommates. And so you have a very small part to yourself. You don't have like a whole apartment to yourself or a whole house to yourself. It's a much smaller space.
Dude, if I have to move into an apartment with somebody else, I'm so fucked because I got 2 rooms of stuff here.
Yeah,
I would have to hardcore like sell a lot of stuff off, even instruments.
Yeah, it's a much smaller space that is yours and that you get to put your stuff in, and you want to make sure you have enough space, and physical games take up much more space.
Yeah. I don't know, like for me, all I have left physically on my shelves is N64, which is going to go away when the Mr. Core is like finalized. And by go away, I mean probably boxed up and into a closet because I have a lot of sentimental value towards that stuff. Wii U games, DS, 3DS, Switch, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4. And the 3DS and DS games technically don't need to be on the shelf anymore because I have a modded 3DS that I play a lot of that stuff off of. Now, the original save data is still in the cartridge, but with the Switch, honestly, I'm going to wait and see how the next Switch works with backwards compatibility, if at all. I'm kind of tempted to just maybe get another Switch when the next one comes out, maybe hopefully at a lower price, modding that and then putting all of my games like ROMs onto it, and then maybe starting to cut down because I have 2 very large stacks of Switch games. But like basically what I'm getting at is I'm kind of toughing physical I'm pretty much done with physical collecting. I'm kind of toughing it out till the end of the Switch cycle and getting like the first party Nintendo games, and that's it. Everything else I'm getting digitally.
Do you think the Switch could even run the ROMs like that? And that will, given that the Switch has some not so stellar capabilities?
Well, I mean, it runs the games. It's not like it's running an emulator, because it natively runs Switch games anyway.
Yeah, but some Switch games don't run that well. Like, if they run better, like...
It's not going to matter, though.
Okay.
It's like FPGA. It's like how the PS2 and the Wii are running, you know, their games natively with no issues. The Wii has a hiccup there, here and there, and so does the DS with like video, like pre-rendered video. And I don't know why that is, but I had a coworker who was playing Tears of the Kingdom on his Switch 2 weeks before the game came out because there was a leak. So if Tears of the Kingdom presumably can run on the Switch, no issues. That seems like a pretty intensive game.
Yeah.
I assume there's not really going to be any issues. Maybe there will be some issues here and there that, like, with the PS2, you'll need to check a box to, like, fix some things that are going on, like the modes on the PS2.
I also know that some games that, like, are available both on the Switch and, like, on Steam or whatever, a lot of times the Steam one just runs better.
Yeah, the Switch is usually an afterthought.
Yeah. Or it just does not run as well because it only has a frame rate? And
Doom Eternal, I think, runs at, like, 540p or 560p or something ridiculous like that at 30 frames per second. And which is impressive, but just the fact that they had to lower the resolution that much to get it to work is nuts.
Yeah, like I was watching like a cozy game video and she was like, this is going in my nose list. And let me tell you why, because this is the version for the Switch. And unless they patch it, stay away from the Switch version. Get it on Steam, play it on your Steam Deck. Just do not touch the
Yeah,
Switch
I don't
version.
know. I don't know if things have changed, but Bloodstained Ritual of the Moon or Ritual of the Night was actually unplayable on Switch.
Yeah.
I think if you interacted with a bookshelf, it would crash. Something like that.
I love
Just
that.
interacting with a bookshelf, standing still in front of a bookshelf.
I think it's also kind of like, for me specifically, is I love reading. I love books a lot. However, if I read as many books as I do, all physically, I'd have no space left in my room. I'd have like an overflowing library.
I would like to point out I have 2,000 games digitally, and that's just the stuff I've cataloged for the backlog.
Yeah,
I would be
also-
fucked.
Yeah, I have Kindle Unlimited. That was my anniversary gift this year. Probably will be next year. I fucking love Kindle Unlimited. And I read a lot of books on there. And also, some of the books I have read, I would hate to own physically because I'm like, man, I only read this so that I could finish it, but I really didn't like this. And there are very few books that I DNR, like do not finish. DNF.
Do not respond.
Do not resuscitate, Jesus Christ. Do not finish DNF. But I would hate to have that many like did not finish books physically. I would hate that, and I only have a few because I usually tough it out to see if it gets better or I want to see how it ends. And also there are a lot of like once again indie books I read that are only available digitally because publishing a physical book is a fucking lot. Throwing a book up on Amazon, much easier.
Yeah, like I thought about this last night as I was clearing up some storage on my phone. I fear of the day I might have to unless with file sizes becoming bigger, I guess phones are having larger storages, but
Yeah.
I fear for the day that I might be forced to use streaming for music. So here's the thing, I have 256 gigs of internal storage on my phone, a lot of that allocated towards apps and such. So I think I have about 180 gigs of storage. I have 56 or 5,800 songs on my phone that is taking up about 120 gigs of storage. And there's a lot of music and artists I still want to listen to because I still buy and download music because that's supportive of the artist and I have full control over stuff. You know, stuff won't randomly go down on Spotify, disappear in playlists, and I don't have to go begging for people to put stuff on Spotify. If I see a song I like, I can usually go buy it, or worst case scenario, download it off of YouTube with that MP3 converter in a very compressed format. So I kind of fear for that day, but also like I have a lot of FLAC and WAV files, which are higher uncompressed, higher quality files that are larger storage. If I compressed it just a little bit to MP3, I could probably free up like 30 gigs of space on my phone. Yeah.
Man, I stream my music because I might listen to only like 3 songs for 4 months in a row, and then I listen to absolutely everything else.
I feel like you listen to a lot of mainstream stuff like that, so you don't have the issue that I do.
Oh yeah, this is true.
Even with Periphery 1, with Periphery, who's somewhat mainstream, I don't think Periphery 1 is on Spotify anymore.
I don't use Spotify.
Also, somebody pointed out, and this is also something that would bother me, somebody was listening to Hail Stan, Periphery 4, and It's Only Smiles came on, but the artwork was Juggernaut Omega. That is something that would bother me, because that's incorrect.
I have never had that happen. With
It might have
Apple
been a
Music.
glitch, but somebody posted it to the Discord, to the Reddit, the subreddit.
I don't use Spotify, to clarify. I use Apple Music. I have a huge issue with reading. I prefer to read
I
physically.
think a lot of Spotify users are apparently switching over from what I recently heard. I don't know if there's a boycott.
Spotify also is just Spotify's had issues for years about the fact that Spotify pays their artists like garbage. After Taylor Swift removed her music from Spotify for that very reason, Spotify went through some shit where they had to maybe start paying their artists more, but it's still not great. Spotify is like one of like the not great services. I don't like Spotify. I prefer to read physically, but just like gaming, I would rather own digitally because of space. Yeah. It's like Spotify's a godsend. I will say discovering music on Spotify.
That's one of the things the guys from Periphery was talked about. Like Jake has said, and this was years ago, so I don't know if he still does it. But apparently there's a thing on Spotify that suggests new bands and music to you. So like every morning, instead of like reading a newspaper or whatever like other people do, he'll sit down with coffee and some breakfast, and he'll let like 10 songs of that cycle through, and a lot of stuff is unheard of, like that isn't being discovered. That's amazing.
Yeah, Spotify has some good discovery features. Apple's lacking in their discovery features. There is discovery because you have autoplay, so after you finish listening to something, it starts playing stuff that's similar. But yeah,
I would like to actually like acknowledge Ozzy's messages that we kind of skipped over, because I laughed when I read it a couple minutes ago. You still have that unplayed copy of Mario Rabbids that I made you unwrap during that one cookie. Yeah, back in 2019, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, I think it was called, one cookie, and I broke the seal on it, and I opened it up, popped it into the Switch, and Ozzy's like, actually, no, can I change my choice?
That's also how we ended up with Madden.
Yeah, I think he chose Madden over that.
Yeah, that's how we ended up
and
with
I
Madden.
was like, really, dude?
That is how
Madden?
football happened.
Look, I mean, in hindsight, I guess it made one of the best memeable recurring jokes of the stream, but still. Get off the screen. I have a huge issue with reading. I prefer to read physically, but just like gaming, I'd rather own digitally because of space. I don't know if you had read that one already.
Yeah, I was starting to respond to it before I saw something else. I used to prefer, I think, okay, it depends, because I've gotten so used to reading digitally now.
I should probably change the game name to just chatting.
And I also read a lot of stuff that's not actually published, whether that is, or not officially published, whether that is fan works or it is stuff on like content apps like Tapas and Webtoon for like web comics and web novels. So I've been reading digitally for a while that I think I got used to it. But before I got used to it, I hated it. I only liked my physical book. And also, let me tell you, reading in bed is much easier if I'm reading on my phone than trying to hold a book in bed. Like lay down, hold a book.
I have a book in my bed right now, and I'm trying. I'm trying to get back into it because I opened it up. I was like, oh, there's something so aesthetically pleasing about black text on a white page when it comes to a book. I don't know why.
Oh, new book.
And I was like, man, I got excited for reading, and then I had the thought of like, man, what the fuck am I gonna do if I get back into reading? Because I don't want to get physical because trees and shipping, and it's just bad for the environment. But I also don't want to support a shitty company like Amazon because I'm trying to get out of that by doing Kindle. So I started looking up other options, and I'm just like, I got overwhelmed. I'm just like, I'm just gonna focus on what I have for right now. Hopefully I can actually get back into reading though, because there was a time where I never saw myself getting back into guitar again. Mm-hmm. And then there would be a day where I'd have a good day with it. I'd be like, I'm gonna try to keep up with this. Then I didn't keep up with it. And now I'm finally at that point where I can say, just like video games, I don't think that's gonna leave my life again permanently.
I will say though.
So I want books to get back to that point.
Yeah. I will say that supporting Amazon for books, especially when
I wanted to look up to see what the artist cut was for it, or not artist, the author cut.
I know
a
lot of people that if they are digitally publishing something, they do it on Amazon. One, it's an ease of access for people that don't really have a lot of resources to publish something, so they're able to, and they do get a cut from it, as well as then it can also promote them to get reviews. And I don't know, but
I feel like maybe that wouldn't be the worst. Amazon wouldn't be the worst thing to do, because that's what Amazon started out was. They were a book company.
Yes. Yeah. I know a lot of people who publish on Amazon, who almost exclusively publish on Amazon, whether that is anything from true crime writers to small writers that also do like webcomics that then write their own novels, and they also publish them there. And that's why for me, And also, listen, as far as the environment goes, I'm big on the environment. Okay, cool. We love it. However, the stuff me and you do individually to help the environment is next to nothing compared to the big companies
Oh
destroying
yeah,
it.
I know.
And so that's why if I accidentally leave my phone charger plugged in, I left it plugged in. Like, sure, that's not the greatest, but you know what? Me messing up and me not doing everything perfect, like, everyone just needs to try. And if we're not perfect, we're not perfect. What do I read digitally on my phone? I find the phone too small.
I just wanted to acknowledge Razor's comment because it's been there for a little while.
Sorry.
We're getting really bad about it. The fact that Spotify playlists can play songs that are not on Spotify is amazing because I have the same problem as James. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because for me, one of the things I download via that YouTube to MP3 thing that I had mentioned is my problem is I would stumble across a cover that has like less than 1,000 views on YouTube. A really amazing cover that deserves so many views and acknowledgement. But because it's just some random guy who did that one random night, he's not going to put it on a Bandcamp or anything like that. It's just on YouTube and that's it. So it's like, well, that's the point where I take things into my own hands and I download it. I make it cover art. I make cover art for it. I put it on my phone and I have all the customization options available to me. Anyway, sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I don't want to get the Kindle because it's only in black and white, and I like to read comics, and I need to see the color, or else I'll die. Yeah, when I was deciding on what like tablet or whatever to get, I was also looking into like the Kindle Scribe because I was originally mainly getting something for school, and that would be good for school. However, it's in black and white, and if you're trying to see diagrams or anything, it doesn't work out that well. And also book covers. I don't want to see my book covers in black and white unless they are in black and white because it just looks wrong. I have an iPhone 13, so I don't know the phone dimensions. I don't know the screen dimensions off the top of my head. I used to find it too small, but then I get used to it.
It's probably like, I think the standard is like
6.1.
I was going to say
Diagonally?
5.6.
6.1 diagonally, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Either way, we're pretty damn close.
Yeah. I like ended up getting the iPad for college, which works out much better than any like e-reader would have. I don't read on it as much as I wanted to because it's big. I used to find my phone too small, but then I like just got used to it. Digitally on my phone, I will read on Tapas and Webtoon, Viz, Media, Manga. I haven't for a while. You're so fucking rude. I haven't for a while, but I really need to because I'm behind on the current One Punch Man, and that's bothering me. And I have Kindle Unlimited.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to figure out something for when they start publishing the next Attack on Titan manga, because I'm not gonna wait for a potential anime on that. I'm really curious on where they're gonna go with that. No, I still have not watched the end of the season, the end of the series.
I have Kindle Unlimited, which I do read on my phone all the time. And then, like I said, FanWorks, but you know, those are websites. Although, I also have the Barnes & Noble like Nook app because I do have a couple digital books there on my phone that I've read, and I have downloaded a couple works from like Archive to put on, and I archived it, downloaded the file, which went into the Nook app. Those file names are weird, by the way, but yeah. I think starting like reading Webtoon and then Tapas, which are both apps, kind of made me like not hate reading on my phone because I did used to because it felt too small. And it's also so convenient because I can just pull it out and read it whenever. Whereas, once again, this, like, for some people would count as laziness. You gotta lug a book around with you. Like a physical book, you gotta lug it around with you. And that's actually not really a huge issue for me because I have a big ass bag. I got everything in my bag, so throwing a book in there, not that big of a deal, but it's inconvenient. What are you doing over there?
I don't know. It's not letting me capture this window anymore. Yeah. Interesting. So it's either getting used to reading on my phone or tablet. See, I read like the first couple of chapters of Game of Thrones, and I read a lot of like stuff on my phone when I was at work for a good while there. It was really nice. I didn't have a problem with it, honestly.
Yeah, I know that when you go from like reading physical books to that. Also, I will say reading on my phone got me back into reading because high school killed my interest in reading, which is so sad.
Yeah, I don't know why. Ninth grade, I loved reading. I loved reading from like third or fourth grade all the way up to ninth grade, and then once I got into 10th grade, it was done. And I almost got back into reading in my senior year, but I've always had a hard time getting back into it since then. Reading was like my favorite hobby, even more so than video games.
I was a kid that was always reading.
I guess getting into guitar in the ninth grade was probably what did it, because it did it to video games as well.
One summer I literally sat on our green room. I say green room, it was technically a formal living room. It wasn't formal at all, but you know, whatever. Couch and read through 2 entire book series, like day and night. That's what I read. And I read a lot of fan fiction, honestly, and the cringy kind as well. I have no shame.
So you read Twilight?
That's not fan fiction.
Might as well be.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's not
Oh,
fan
look at him
fiction.
roasting by the
What is
fire.
it? It's shit. There is something that's published that used to be fan fiction, by the way.
I don't know. I was just shitting.
Oh yeah.
on Twilight. Can you put up the DK Kirby picture too? I don't know if I have that one anymore. I'll have to scroll through Discord for it. Oh, it's probably way up there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Just be faster if I go to Google.
I think high school killed reading for me, as well as I stopped finding enjoyment in the books everyone was reading. Like, I didn't read Twilight. It didn't interest me. I didn't like a lot of the other books everyone was reading, and so I fell out of it. And when I fell out of fan fiction, I fell out of reading like a lot. But then during the pandemic, I started reading comics, and then I started reading web novels, and then I started reading nonfiction, and I was like, holy shit, I love reading again. And I do. I really love nonfiction. I read a lot of nonfiction. I love nonfiction. And yeah, and then once I got into it, it was just kind of like getting back into it and just constantly reading. And my phone helped because I could read a lot of stuff. And if I didn't like something, I could not read it. Find a lot of stuff. But I've always been someone who would read over anything else. And I also think, which is good, I think I'm getting back into reading. Not that I really fell out of it, but like I lost a lot of enjoyment on everything for a while there. Went through like a little bit of a slump, a little burnout. It was burnout. It was burnout. That's what it was. And so I lost enjoyment out of everything. And luckily my enjoyment for things is starting to come back, which is good, and I'm really glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, just try reading on your phone more, because it, like, if you get used to it, it might just be a matter of getting used to it.
If you don't have a pop socket, get one. It makes it holding your phone effortless. I know that's kind of a weird comment,
or
but
a loop.
it's just so nice. It's so I don't know.
Yeah, I really want to get a loopy
It
case.
makes a big difference, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I really want to get a loopy case because then you just like put your finger through the loop. You don't even gotta hold a pop socket.
That's kind of what the pop socket goes between my
Yes.
ring finger and my middle
But then
finger.
even if
and
your
then
hand just kind of like flattens out, you're still in the loop. You're in the loop.
I don't know. Mine's like I got Spider-Man fingers. Okay.
You have very large hands. This is true. I have quite small hands. No. I don't know what you're doing.
I hope there's a GIF of this.
What?
I just wanted to post a picture of Spider-Man kissing Mary Jane.
How did you even fucking find this in the first place?
You want to know why I know of this?
Yeah, I do.
It was in a Periphery documentary.
You know what? Of course it was. Of course.
Who was that wrestler dude's name? Brock Lesnar or something like that? He had like big fat bastard titties
Yeah.
in the Periphery 5 documentary.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Remember you saw it?
I don't remember. I really don't. That's weird.
Should I pull it up?
No, not right now.
This is a Christmas I want to be part of. DK roasting in the fire.
Oh, okay, I was wondering where the fuck you put DK Kirby.
He's roasting in the fire. Spider-Man coming down the chimney and kissing Mary Jane that's hanging on the mantle. And wait, that doesn't make sense. You know what the dog kind of looks like, and it's horrifying to me?
Then don't tell me.
Edward.
That boy!
Did you not think of that, though, when you saw the dog with the wig?
No, I didn't.
Dude,
Thanks
it's kind of creepy, honestly.
for ruining that. Wow. Oh my god.
Whooper's soulless eyes holding his gift. Emmy, you're gonna have to give him happy eyes for Ozzy.
Those aren't soulless. That's just how his eyes look. He's just a derp. He's a derp. They're not.
God, you sick man. Hey, I'm not the one that's always bringing up how fuckable Vaporeon is.
This is true, Razor. You really don't got much to stand on here, buddy.
You know it's bad when Emmy's even agreeing with me, because Emmy never takes my side.
Listen, they're not soulless eyes. They're head empty. Head empty, no thought.
All of Whooper has soulless eyes. Do I have any more Whooper?
They have head empty, no thought eyes. Like, there's not a single thought behind those eyes. And that's just how they are.
Huh. I wonder what happened to all my Whooper downloads.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I love how the only other Whooper you can currently find downloaded is the other messed up one I drew.
Yeah. Because he's great. That scene made me
did you
quit
not
Full Metal
finish
Alchemist.
it? You should
That's only
finish
like
it.
3 or 4 episodes into the series, too, dude. You missed a great anime. That's like one of my top 3 favorite anime.
It's very good.
Top 5. I'd rank it up there with like Attack on Titan, Naruto, Death Note. Probably Samurai Champloo. I don't know what else I would have in the top 5.
Bruh, I still have not watched the last episode of Samurai
You didn't
Champloo.
watch the first like 30 episodes too.
This is
There's only
true.
like 32 episodes.
But I also didn't watch the first part of Full Metal Alchemist or the first part of some other stuff that you started watching, and then like I was just there and just got into it randomly. That's usually how this goes for me.
I know. I tried getting you to watch all of Naruto with me. You watched all of Naruto with me.
I
and then
did.
once we got to Shippuden, you
I
were
just
just
said
like,
no because that shit is convoluted as hell, and I want nothing to do with it.
It's great, dude.
I know. I will stand by that. It's really good.
No, actually, Razor, that is genuinely the most fucked up thing of that entire anime.
Yes.
I don't remember it getting more fucked up than
No, it doesn't.
that. No, that's genuinely the worst.
That's the worst part.
And nothing even gets remotely close to touching that.
The rest of it's just kind of like war shit, you know? Well, not really war shit.
No, actually, there is another fucked up part that I don't remember. And it had to do with one of the sins. I think it had to do with gluttony.
But that
and
was...
it's not even like fucked up. It's just like a sad way
It
the
wasn't
character
fucked
died.
up. It wasn't fucked up
A
in
really
that way.
sad
It was just
no.
like,
It's not like super fucked up.
No, it's not really fucked up at all. It's just
There's a reason why that is the only thing people talk about in Full Metal Alchemist,
Yup.
because that is like the highlight
It's
of
bad.
how fucked up it is.
What was the kid's name? Pride?
Oh, the only no.
Because he killed Gluttony. And he like absorbed him and he was
Oh
like,
yeah.
"What,
No, the fucked up thing I'm thinking of is it had something to do with Edward and Ed and Al's mom. But that was just fucked up because you saw her corpse like
But it
being
wasn't even
possessed
her.
and shit like that. Yeah, no, it wasn't even her.
Oh yeah, that was just seeing them try and like,
Yeah, no,
make their deal.
The
with...
thing that was coming out of the ground was fucking creepy as shit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even her.
No, the original Naruto isn't crazy plot wise. Shippuden,
Yeah, Shippuden was giving me a headache by the end of it.
and that's why I like.
It was also a little disappointing because Madara was so powerful that even the writer didn't know what to do. So they're like, all right, here, magic woman that comes from space, stab him through the heart, even though like he already had half of his body evaporated pretty much from Guy Sensei opening like the 8 paths or whatever it was.
Like I didn't watch Shippuden, but I was with James while he was watching Shippuden, and just the little bits he would tell me, I'd be like, no. He was like, so now we can watch Shippuden, right? After we finish Naruto, and I said no. I literally said no because no, it gets so convoluted.
Yeah. Naruto isn't crazy plot-wise, no. Keep in mind, Naruto was on a Cartoon Network, a little censored growing up, but like to me, it's just nostalgic. It's kind of like what I imagine. I never finished up Dragon Ball, but I imagine it's kind of like what Naruto is, what Dragon Ball is to that franchise. It's just kind of like
The first
a Saturday
series is
morning
good.
feeling cartoon, and then you get into the next one and shit's crazy and people are dying
Yeah,
and it's
like
gory.
the first.
Even though I've never
series-
seen Dragon Ball Z, but I
It's like-
assume that's what it's like.
The first series is the kids show, and then the second series is for those kids that were growing up and wanted something more, and so they gave them more. But that's just a little bit too much time.
I saw an interesting newspaper that was published on Facebook today. Some town or city had published a newspaper warning parents of Dragon Ball Z and how it was corrupting kids' mind.
That makes sense.
And they compared it. They said it's like Pokemon meets Pulp Fiction.
You know what though?
And people were like, basically the point of the post was, you guys need to like respect Dragon Ball because you guys have it made with how anime is socially acceptable nowadays. But I just thought the quote, Pulp Fiction meets Pokemon was hilarious.
That is.
Just Pikachu holding the gun that one of the Baldwin, or no, not one of the Baldwin brothers. I don't remember who it was. You know the scene where he's in the car, he turns around and he shoots the girl in the head.
Fun fact, I actually don't. I've never watched that.
It's a meme though.
Oh yeah, like I know the gist. Like I know the violence and everything.
These streams are nice when we're able to stretch out stream for another hour by just talking.
Oops.
Not oops. But should we go ahead and call it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You have food out there waiting for you.
Yeah, but I ate breakfast like 1 o'clock, 12:30. I mean, I'm getting hungry now, but I wasn't ready for it when I got here.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball fans are funny because they forget that Toriyama was always a gag manga writer. He likes to have fun with his work, but some fans want serious over the top stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. Bulma, you lost your balls as
I
he's
love
patting
Toriyama.
her. Yeah, as he's dude. Oh, fucking Dragon Quest is so good. I know it's off topic.
I
a
love
little bit,
Toriyama and I love Toriyama's art style a lot.
but- Man, what happened recently?
And Toriyama has such a specific art style that it's weird because it's
Oh, you
not
can-
specific because it's specific, but other people have kind of like copied it to try and like emulate whatever.
Emulate.
Whatever. But you can always tell Toriyama's art style because it's very Toriyama.
Yeah. What happened recently? I think there was like a convention panel or something like that where the author of, I think it was Hunter Cross Hunter or Hunter X Hunter, however you pronounce it, was at, and he basically gave away the ending because he was worried he might like die or something before he gets to write it. So he basically stated how maybe it wasn't Hunter Cross Hunter, because I feel like that's an old one that's already over.
Hunter Cross Hunter isn't over.
Or Hunter X Hunter, is it not? I thought that was an old one from the 90s.
Is it? And my thing is something completely different?
Let's just look up the ending. Hunter X Hunter's ending revealed by author. Legendary manga has been serialized for quite a long time and continues serialization even today. In fact, the last batch of 10 chapters for the manga dropped in 2022, and recently the author hints about the return of the story as well. Oh, he revealed the ending. I'm honestly too lazy to read through all
Yeah,
this.
it's just pronounced Hunter Hunter.
Hunter Hunter. Oh, okay. Monster Hunter Cross Hunter Hunter Cross Hunter Cross Hunter. Something like that.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? Shit. It's the one demon one with that little girl and her brother, and he has like the. God damn it.
Are you thinking of Inuyasha or
No.
Are you thinking of something newer?
Yes.
Demon Slayer? I haven't watched Demon Slayer. You said demon though.
Yes.
Demon Slayer? Monster Hunter XXX Hunter? That's a game I'd probably play. Well, it depends on who's getting fucked. I'm not a furry.
No. Let's just stop Razor right now before he has any chance to get more in depth into that.
They should make a Street Fighter anime. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do
I'm
it at some
surprised
point.
that they haven't.
I mean, there's movies. Animated movies.
Yeah, but like anime is a series.
This is like the weirdest song to have in a Christmas.
I'm just trying to decide which three of you was the most unhinged.
Oh, definitely Razor. I'm gonna throw him under the bus. No, it's a
Monster Hunter
crossover
20?
from Monster Hunter XX and Monster Hunter or Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. Did you say Monster Hunter 20? Yeah, the 20th anniversary is next year.
No, that's why I was questioning, because XX would be 20.
XX is Generations Ultimate in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Because
okay.
Monster Hunter Generations is called Monster Hunter X or Monster Hunter Crossed, I think is what it was called.
Oh.
So when they made the Switch version, it was called XX.
Oh, okay. I was looking at it and I was like,
Although I
20.
saw a Reddit comment today about a Monster Hunter dating sim. Dear God. I'm the least unhinged out of the three of us. I can agree with Ozzy on that.
yeah, out of Ozzy, Razor, and James, for sure. Least. I think it depends on the day on which one of you two takes the top, though, whether it's Razor or you. Depends on the day.
Me and Razor should do like a 24-hour stream together to see.
No.
Because that's when I get really fucking weird. And maybe Razor does
Are you
too.
saying you're not weird all the time?
Well, I mean, if I'm just in an R8 mood or I'm content or whatever. I don't know, man.
I forget I'm around you all the time.
I have
not
some
on
really
stream.
boring streams, in my opinion, where that's why I advertise myself as a variety chill streamer, because I'm just a very boring person. That's how I get away with it.
Here's the thing, though.
Let's advertise my terrible attributes as something fun, like being chill.
Here's the thing. You're not even really boring
I think
because, okay, but you're not. And also, you at times are just so completely unhinged. And you can also just become completely unhinged at the most random ass fucking moment.
Like during the entire Animal Crossing stream today?
Yes, or like it's like 3 a.m. I'm practically asleep, and all of a sudden you just say the most outlandish comment.
Bad day for titties to be killed.
Yeah, what the fuck does that even mean, man?
It's a bad day for titties to be killed, man.
How the fuck do you kill titty? Don't answer that.
You insert those tire pumps you would get for your bicycle?
1,000 Ways to Die.
Sure.
No,
Breast
there's-
implants, but until it pops?
Yeah,
Ooh, that sounds brutal.
that wasn't in 1,000 Ways. Is it 1,000 Ways to Die? Is that what the show was called? 1,000.
1,000 Ways to Die?
Yeah,
I think.
it was on a show. Her like breast implants were faulty, and she was on an airplane. And as they climbed the higher altitude, they kept swelling until they eventually did burst.
Let's get off this topic. Razor said we'll just start a new Monster Hunter file and the stream ends when we 100% the game. I've never 100%
Y'all
in a
trying
Monster
to
Hunter.
die, I guess.
I've never, I put 900 hours into Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. I don't even have all of my weapons and stuff upgraded in that game.
Yeah.
I've done all the quests. I need like a Legia Crust, like an Abyssal Legia Crust, like mantle or some shit. Elatrion Sky Piercers? G rank Elatrion Sky Piercers? Hell no. In Germany, it's called 1001 Ways to Bite Grass. Damn. I don't know if I believe that. Are you looking it up, Em?
Yeah, I was looking it up because I don't believe him. And I would also just like to point out that I typed that in, and the first thing I get is a Wikipedia article called Millions of Cats.
Did you typo? Because you're kind of well known for that.
Nope. And then I'm also getting 100% grass-fed beef sticks. 1,001 bites. The wonders of the Arab table,
All right,
which is food.
I gotta pee. I really thought stream would be.
Oh, and also full-service lawn care plans. Okay, thank you. That probably will help because German. Not even gonna try and say it because I know I won't say it right. Oh, it came up. Also, I know his headphone disconnected because the audio from stream is now coming out of his phone. I see. Why the fuck would they add the one, though? Biting grass is an idiom for dying. Is it? I've always just heard, like, bite the dust. Okay. 1,000, not 1,001. Okay. I was like, well, that's very weird that they added the one.
Did you startle yourself while I was gone? My when I went into the bathroom, my Bluetooth earbud disconnected.
I heard
and I was
myself
like,
coming
"Ah."
over there. I even said on stream, I can tell that your earbud disconnected because it's coming out the phone audio now. Okay, so in Germany, biting grass. All right, cool. This show was wild.
I only watched a little bit of it, but I didn't want to watch a little bit of it. It was because my mom watched it and I was like 8. But I saw enough to see a guy falling into a wood chipper and see all that gruesome shit.
My cousin watched it a lot.
I think that's the only
early
one I remember
summer.
because that fucking traumatized me. And it didn't help because I was a big on George Lopez at the time. And the guy that watched his friend just stood there watching him go into the wood chipper looked like George Lopez.
I mean, at that
and he
point,
got
what are you
smacked
really
by,
gonna
pieces
do?
and-
Like, what are you really gonna be able to do?
Yeah, but he was standing where all of it was getting put out at. So he
Oh,
got smacked
yeah.
by the blood and the gore and like a skull.
I also remember watching one where it was a couple and they were like camping and they were in the tent and I guess he wasn't like doing his job well enough, so she kicked him out so she could finish by herself. They were fucking in the tent and well, he got out, but then the tent got picked up by the wind and it went off the cliff.
Wow, brutal.
I mean, she was in the tent.
Well, you know what? She should have been grateful for her boyfriend for just trying.
But also, I feel like maybe you shouldn't set up your tent so close to a fucking cliff.
Also, I didn't know tents had bottoms.
Yes.
I thought you like threw down a blanket or something, and then the tent was just to shelter you from wind and rain.
No, tents have floors usually. There are tents that don't, but there are tents that there's a bottom as well.
That guy probably was like, well, I guess she finished her life. Am I right?
Bro.
It's not he, it's
Shut the fuck.
another reason not to go camping.
As if we need more. I don't understand people who camp.
Oh shit, did we go through that whole video? We did.
Okay, it is time. That was an hour, so it is.
It was probably an hour and a half because I know we sat on the
yeah, I was saying that
the
video
Animal Crossing screen for a
specifically was
while.
an hour, so that means it is time. Women pilot in that flying.
Oh my god, they're gonna run over Whooper.
Oh,
Oh shit, Donkey Kong's just hanging around in the cart. He's riding on Mario's hat now.
okay.
Do you want to end it?
I think now is a good time because we've been sitting here talking for over an hour.
I mean, I'm not against it. It's pretty nice. All right, you guys. We'll be back probably not around this time tomorrow. Do you want to start a little earlier tomorrow? Because I would like to try to get through as
Yeah,
much
of
of
course.
Mario RPG as possible so you can see it. Like not talking like 12-hour stream, like 4
Oh, okay.
hours.
I was like,
Like
you want to
4
do
or
the
5
whole
hours.
game in one sitting?
I've never beaten that game, so
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
like 4 to 5 hour stream. Also, it's an RPG, so it's probably like 30 to 4 hours long. 30 to 40 hours long minimum. So do you want to start like earlier around tomorrow? Yeah, so definitely earlier than this. Mr. Snowman got 3 balls. So do
You
I,
do.
actually.
No, you don't.
I have 1 ball.
Nope. Also wrong.
I have 0.
Incorrect.
4?
Boy!
All right, you guys, we'll start Mario RPG sometime tomorrow, and then maybe the day after that, Animal Crossing New Leaf with Emmy playing something. That would be fun. Just a fun chatting stream like this.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for hanging around for the chats. Thank you guys for being here for Animal Crossing. Thank you guys for being.
Yes, thank you for being.
Thank you for
existing.
being. Yes, I appreciate your existence. Thank your parents for
10
me.
out of 10.
Yes, your dad did a good job.
No, not a cooking mama stream.
You haven't played it yet though.
This is true, but no, not a cooking mama stream.
Okay. All right, you guys. Have a good night. No problem. I'm always happy to stream, except for when I'm not. I won't tell you when I'm not, though. You see, I'm just gonna leave you guessing.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Anyway, for realsies, have a good night, guys, and peace.
Bye.
Bye.